All right. We're live. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. And we're going to kill that music. How are y'all?
Oh, so you're
Good.
the reason music died.
Ah,
Yep. American Pie.
if I were to rate myself, I'd say I'm at least 2 R's today.
I'm a little better than I was yesterday.
What was wrong with yesterday? Such an
Same
easy
thing is
game to
wrong with
play.
me Tuesday. I was nauseous. I've been nauseous a lot.
Wish that I could
That's
hide
not
away.
good.
I believe in yesterday.
So, shit, I don't even remember what we were doing. Where the hell were we? I know we were in town. There was a dude. There was a guy. There was a thing with boots. A hole in his boot.
You were in Purdue.
And what? I don't remember a guy with a hole in his boot, but we were following.
No, the boots he found had a hole in his boot.
Oh,
These are making a lot of assumptions.
You guys just been all kinds of assuming.
We know a guy came in town with a hole in his boot. We don't know if he had the boots on, if they were his boots to begin with.
Also, he might
but
be some sort of werewolf.
He is associated with some murdered people, so I mean, we do know that.
I do need to know something.
Well-
Has the election taken place? And
No.
do we-
Next week.
Okay.
No, the
All right.
election is the 15th.
Timmons,
It is currently.
Timmons he read the date wrong.
Yeah, it was actually a week later than he originally said. So Timmons has the time to get another 100,000 flyers.
And like, I'm getting 10,000 flies tipped in from what's his name?
From the epitaph, printed in tombstone.
Leslie. What's
Leslie.
his name?
Leslie.
O'Malley. Yeah. I kind of picture the guy from Airplane, Leslie.
Leslie O'Neill, or Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is. No, the gangs finally got back together. HG made it back from Shanfeng. Albert had sent for Mr. Wu. So actually, Mr. Yeah, speaking of Albert, well, I'm sure he's working for another hour, but he'll be along. He goes, Marbanya, I hate to leave the game. He goes, I really do. But I'd understand if, he said, I'm going to be an hour late every night. I said, dude, if you're having fun, these characters just tag along for the ride. So, still at work for another half hour, but yes. Oh, he's actually listening to this, I guess. Oh, maybe not.
no, I think he was just replying to Brad.
Working hard or
Timing.
scored working.
Yeah, you might want to listen to them trucks and shit backing up. Beep, beep, beep. It's probably a year when he comes home, all he hears is them damn beeping trucks. Beep, beep, beep. I bet you they all have beepers on them.
Well, I would
Backup
hope so.
beepers.
Large vehicles are supposed to have backup beepers.
Hell, I'll tell you what
no,
ought to
not
have
necessarily.
backup beepers is
Large women should have backup beepers too.
the old ladies in their fucking scooters and the overweight guys in their scooters at Walmart need backup fucking beepers.
They're wascals. Funny story. As you know, I work in the health-related industry, and I just happened to have a patient one day who
You're a
had one of these.
gynecologist, we know.
That's my after-hours job.
Yeah, he
Anyway.
moved like to the gynecologist.
Anyway, I had a patient. They had one of these wondrous little things, and they told me that it would go up to 25 miles an hour. And I was in a building with a really long ass hallway. So I said, "You mind if I take a ride?" And they said, "No, go ahead. Just be real careful because it does have some zip to it." So I sit down and turn the key, and this one had like a little. It was like a motorcycle.
Little turbo booster on it.
Yeah.
Had the handlebars and
Yeah,
everything.
I had the handlebars,
D100 or something.
and I cranked it up all the way, and off I went.
Did you run in?
I hit the wall, brother.
Did you really?
Yes. I mean,
Where's the brakes
zoom.
on this thing?
The brakes are not that great, but it does.
Well, I don't think those things are really meant to go up to 25 miles an hour.
Well, then why does it go up to 25 miles an hour? See, that's what I'm wondering. Trying to kill off these old people. It was fun as hell, though. It was blue, had little little daisies on the front. There was a nice dent in the wall.
And hopefully nobody saw it, right?
Mind if I take you for a ride?
Boom. It was fun. On the way back, I didn't kick it up all the way. But
Yeah, you're probably red in the face. Down your head. You're going real slow. The front wheel's going. Because you bent it.
Oh,
Murder Hobo Show's talking to you in the chat, Marbanya. He wants to know. Used a tabletop
proctology.
simulator.
No, but we were watching. I posted a link in my Discord channel. I noticed that I was hosting him before our stream went live, and went over to see what he was doing. And I'm like, "This is pretty cool. What is this?" And well, he might have been talking for quite a while, but I had shut down my voice meter banana, so I had no audio on my computer at all. I was getting ready to restart it. I didn't have any audio, and I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, why isn't he talking? And I thought, there's got to be something wrong with my stuff. And I checked a couple other streams. I couldn't hear anything. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But so I'm like, oh yeah, no voice meter. So anyway, but it was cool whatever he was doing with it. The chimera table looked like a Steam app. So,
Yeah, I was watching him too. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
Yep.
You need control. I like how you can change the background. That's pretty cool. I would find a cool background, like it looks like a basement. Like that's like the perfect D&D atmosphere.
Or make it look like a dungeon, or
Your mom's
medieval.
basement.
Who's the actor that's got an old wine cellar as his D&D room? The big,
Oh, I know
big
who
guy.
you're talking about. Was it The
Starts
Rock?
with him.
Diesel.
No, not him.
Big guy.
He's on the D&D scene, really
I
popular.
know who you're
right
talking
now.
about, but I can't think of who he is at the moment.
Mandela, I don't know, but Joe
Nelson
Manganiello.
He's associated with Critical Role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's got an
With Critical Role?
old wine
Plays-
cellar with the dome ceiling, the dome ceilings and all the little niches and like iron and stuff.
Yeah.
Plays Arkham the Cruel.
Arkham the
Joe-
No idea.
Vecna, with the hand of Vecna.
With the hand of Vecna, yeah. Well, then, see, that's the thing. You don't like the Critical Rollers. It's a shame.
No.
I don't really either. I've just seen it a couple times. But
I-
if you follow D&D, you kind of run into them talking, and he's actually running that's him. He's actually running a game that you can enter to win to go and he be on his table. So I entered it, but I don't know if I won. It was some shit I saw on Twitch or something.
I gotta see this. Gotta see Drake marking out.
I played Tim.
Hi, you're famous. That shit. Hey, he's famous. Cool. Didn't he write some of Descent into Avernus? Or Avernus? However the fuck you
I
want to
think
pronounce
he
it.
was like an official playtester.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of guy on the thing. But he definitely was. That's where you get the hand of Vecna is in from Arkin the Cruel is actually a guy and remember Marbanya, the dragonborn looking guy,
Yeah.
Arkin the Cruel. He was way out with all the Tiamat worshippers.
Did I post the date? Yeah, I posted the date.
Hey,
Let's reset some chips.
I worshipped
it's done.
Tiamat for a while. She's not so bad.
But she's
But
got
she is
so,
as fun
she's
as
so
Azazel's
moody.
goddess.
She's a
So
fickle
moody.
mistress.
You know, one time she's hot and one time she's cold. You know, she's so moody.
And one time she's electrifying. Another time
Yeah,
she's
but
acidic.
she's a little.
Brother, when she was electrifying, whew, believe you could feel it.
I guess I do have those 3 little chips over there
Yep, never noticed.
on my portrait. I don't know.
I
Maybe
can't see it on mine.
You can't get chips. We're in town. No DM chips in town. You didn't know that?
Yeah, yeah. I never heard that rule. Marshall, is that a law? Is that a new Timmons law in this town?
We putting that on the what's that word? Docket. That's going on the docket.
What's
Put it on
going
the
on?
docket. Marshals can't get chips while we're in town.
And I have to
good.
bring this up before we go much further. Um, as always, Vin, I want you to relax, enjoy yourself, and give your meat a good old rub.
Did you see what Murder Hobo Show wrote over here? He said, I guess you're talking about Joe Manganiello. Said he's married to Sofia Vergara. He must be gay because if she's my wife, I'd have zero time for RPGs. No shit. Who knows? She may be uptight. She may
Could be a prude.
Might be frigid.
Maybe she's just a lesbian and doesn't care for sex with men. Hey, never
Now,
know.
gentlemen, let's not disperse upon the ladies.
Oh, I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
You can only have so much of a good thing before you need a little bit of a break.
Oh,
I
here,
mean, goddamn.
Bill Cosby
I've-
jokes already.
I've spent a couple.
Joe Magneto. Bill, I need some of that pudding you got. You know, the famous pudding pops?
Pudding!
Pudding
I-
pops.
I've found myself in a situation or two where I've been pushing rope at the end of the night. Not happy about it, but it happens. There's only so much you can take.
You've been pulling rope.
Pushing.
Pushing rope.
You know what that means, right?
No, I've never heard that before.
I think I do.
It's when you get in a situation where your erection isn't quite so erect anymore, and you want to keep
Oh.
going, but it doesn't want to do it.
Pushing rope. Okay,
You're
yeah.
pushing rope.
Little blue pill, brother. Little blue pill.
The mind was willing, but the flesh was unable.
Dr. Fong might have a
So
solution to
worn
this.
out. Dr. Fong.
4 hours.
It might turn
I
it
need
green,
reference.
but hey, at least it won't be rope. Speaking of funny shit going on,
Oh shit! I forgot Sirenscape.
Okay, I heard that.
thank you. Just in time for Brad to fart in my left ear. Was that in everyone's left ear? Did you feel
Yeah.
it?
That
It
was in my left ear.
thoroughly
Like-
left.
Yeah.
I'll turn it up on a stream a little bit because they didn't get the
You
full
didn't,
effect.
you did, that one you kind of had that hang at the back of your nose kind of smell, you know? You caught it most of the way.
Oh, that was on the right side to balance it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's a right side fart.
I can't tell left from right since it's coming from my TV.
Yeah, when you got a headset on, you really get the Sirenscape depth.
They got the stereo fartage.
Oh, is that a deaf guy in the pharmacy asking him for the little blue pill? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
What?
I think it may be.
Yeah, I had to share that.
It might actually be, if you take this little pill, I'm going to stick it up your, oop, you know.
Or if you give me this little pill, I'm going to stick it up your.
It looks like it's going up, like it was going up into something.
No, I'm pretty sure he's mimicking an erection.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not. That shouldn't have been. Yeah, that was the wrong link to post.
Oh, Timmons is at the stupid meeting. That's where he went.
Yeah, it's Friday afternoon, so we're gonna start with Timmons and Jeb, you're kind of on patrol. HG
And
gets
not
back in town.
Werewolf here hunting.
Yeah, HG gets back in town. Mr. Wu actually rode in with him on the train, but I'm not sure HG really knows Mr. Wu that well. But so they're back from wherever, and Albert could have, although he's not here, wired to have some money shipped in. Timmons could have done the same thing, have some money brought in on the train or something. But
We talked about having some brought in on a stagecoach. Remember?
well, you could do it on a stagecoach or a train. Either one. Train's probably a little safer.
Well, if we do it on both, then we got a good chance of getting one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. It is Deadlands, man.
If both of us put our money on the same train and it gets robbed, both of us are out money.
So Timmons, you're running for mayor, and you have to attend your first. Looks like you're going to probably have to attend a couple of these things. So it's Friday afternoon. Hattie Wagner sends word, and the meeting Friday afternoon here. You got the first item on the agenda is a city business license for Rock Miners Association Bank and Trust. They are making it official. They will open with assets of $100,000. They will have their own telegraph for long-distance transactions with New York and Chicago in the north and Atlanta, Mobile, and New Orleans in the south. So that's one of the items on the agenda that you need to kind of think over and how this would affect the town of Purdue. The second item, moving the workers' shacks in Sallytown. The property will be developed further by various railroad interests to create a larger hub for rail commerce complete with multiple roundhouses. Investors including Kurtz, Hellstrom, and the Rockies have interests. There are other interests concerning the railroad as well. And that brings us to agenda item number 3, Bayou Vermilion connection. The Bayou Vermilion line has sent a representative to Perdition to discuss right-of-way for the railroad. They will create a railhead for their road that will include a larger rail station roundhouses to support a major rail hub. All the business interests of the town are in support. Wasatch has declined to entertain offers to a Wasatch Bayou Vermilion connection in Perdition. And then the fourth and final, yeah, go ahead. You got
it's the Watchet line there now.
That's Hellstrom. That's the one you guys rode in on.
Yeah, okay.
That traveled underground for a big part of, all through the high desert out there.
Yeah, I don't think Hellstrom wants to share his rail line or anything with anybody else.
Well, for the last 3 or 4 months, he's had it all to himself. So every load of ghost rock that comes out of here and heads east, he's making money on it. And then the fourth and final thing is the Chinese interests. The Iron Dragon Railroad should have the option to connect in Perdition as well. So Doc Fong's buddy Stanley and Mr. Chen, the other Chinese businessman in town, says, hey, the Chinese should be able to connect their railroad as well. Wasatch is opposed once again, but so are the Rockies. They do not feel a railroad owned by a warlord would bring beneficial traffic to the town. Yeah, that was another thing that, where is that? Damn it. Oh, I know.
Don't you hate it when you lose the information?
Nah, I never brought it into Fantasy Grounds. I've got it over here in got it over here in OneNote. It was information for Doc Fong.
Didn't give up on that one. They just kept going.
Yeah, so there is also a petition for a business license for the opening of a restaurant by a Chinese family that recently arrived, and they are staying with the Chin family, and the Chin family owns the laundry around here. And so you've got that on the agenda too.
Or then they promised Chinese Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, wasn't there a Chinese? That was a Chinese restaurant one, right?
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant business license. They want to open the restaurant. It's going to be called the Fox. Whoa! Veneract gifting a sub. Benno, you just sitting there waiting, weren't you? You're just sitting there waiting.
A little, he looked a little mischievous there.
Hey, you almost popped my eardrums. That was loud. Scared
I
me,
didn't
dude.
I didn't hear anything, and I'm actually easier than scared.
It
Oh, I
doesn't
didn't
hear
hear.
on
I just heard Marbanya yell
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I
I
heard
didn't hear
Uh,
that.
on Fridays with Clean Feed.
Yeah,
that
Clean
we can
Feed's
hear it.
different. And guys, I'd be glad to take this to Clean Feed. I'll just, you wouldn't have to connect to Sirenscape at all. You just listen to
Well,
Clean
it's not
Feed.
as fun when we hear it too.
Well,
It never works for me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just would try to connect and can't.
yeah. Anyway, so Timmons, what are your thoughts on this? And as the mayor of the town, it's not really that you have to, give your blessing or anything like that, but these are the interests of the town, and Wicked says you say 100,000 in that building.
Well,
I just saw that.
doesn't Timmons get like any tie-breaking vote or something? Isn't that how the mayor works?
Well, these things will be discussed again. There's quite a bit of conversation goes back and forth. There's not really any votes that are taken tonight. You can tell that there's not going to be a consensus on anything, except for the fact that everybody seems in favor of moving Sallytown and the workers off of the south side of the rail line there, and developing some kind of a hub. But then whether Bayou Vermilion, who's offered to pay for the terminal, whether Wasatch and them, and so you got a room full of people that are hollering and raising hell. You do have your gavel though.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
I don't use it.
You just let
I'm
them go on.
mad. Didn't no one brought donuts?
No, there's no donuts here, but
Timmons like
There might be bagels.
pastries or something.
There might be bagels.
They ain't shit. He's all pouting. They ain't got no coffee.
What? How can you have a meeting without coffee?
That's what I'm saying.
Madness.
He's all mad.
no, all he's got is a bunch of people yelling and screaming in the room right now.
And it's like some civil liaison office.
Yeah, it's Hattie Wagner's civil liaison office. Well, this is kind of
There's like 4 chairs in the whole place, so everyone's standing around.
basically your job is to pacify people until a mayor is elected and a city council is put together and all that. That's kind of the interim mayor's job description. Just pacify people.
So I try not to point my gun at anyone today.
Try.
Did you go in there with your shot yet?
Point your gavel.
Timmons
your
always
gavel.
has a shotgun under his jacket.
Point your gavel at him, Timmons.
Remember, he's got a shorter shotgun. It's a little bit snubby, so he keeps it under his jacket. He doesn't take his rifle with him. That's mounted over the door in his room at the hotel.
So the first item on the agenda is for the bank, and everybody seems to be in favor of it. the Wasatch representatives that are here, they eventually kind of give in. At first, they argue against it, but then the Rock Miners Association said that they will allow shares of the bank to be sold to other people, and that kind of pacifies them. So everybody's happy with that. There's going to be a bank. Moving the worker shacks in Sallytown, everybody's absolutely yes, it needs to be done. I mean, them poor people just going to have to find someplace else to live. We'll just get mules and go in there and tear the place down.
Perhaps we can
Bet HG can do it in under.
provide some temporary housing for those that have been displaced. Do we have any empty warehouses in town that aren't being used?
Are you saying it real quiet like that? Because ain't nobody can hear a thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep. So
If no one notices, and I did my job.
you gonna bang your gavel or what? Kind of call for the floor, and you say it's temporary housing. Okay. What do you propose?
Well, is there any empty buildings in town? I mean, if they ain't, then I propose we just burn it down.
Yeah, everybody goes, yeah, burn it down. Hey, yeah. And so, yeah, so we're going to, item number 2, approved. Let's move right along.
Do you need me to sign that?
And then, yeah, she does. She has you sign a document. You put an X on it.
I put interim Timmons.
So what about the business license for the Fa Kutu
Wait.
restaurant? Is that okay? Another Chinese business?
Did you say? Hey Drake, did you say intern Timmons?
Yeah.
I was just making sure I heard you right.
Intern mayor, intern Timmons. That's why we signed it.
Bunch of people are
I-
grumbling. More Chinese in town. That's all we need. More Chinese.
Well, where are the Chinese people supposed to get their Chinese food from if there ain't no Chinese place? You want them eating your tacos?
Give me a persuasion roll or a performance as a mayor. Either one.
Persuade. I don't even have performance, and I do have a little bit of persuasion. Uh-oh. A
Well,
5. Nice.
You know what? That seems to make sense. We don't want the Chinese people coming and eating with us, right? Yeah. And you see all these old white guys grumbling. Yeah, that's perfect. Give them their own restaurant. Yeah, sounds good. And so all the businessmen in town who kind of form this little, council, they're in agreement. So that sounds good. Business license for the Fa Kutu restaurant.
Oh, Tuesday, here we come. All right.
What
Did I
about
make an agreement with somebody?
While we're on the topic of Chinese, let's talk about the Chinese interests in Mr. Chen and Stanley wanting the, saying that Iron Dragon Railroad should have the option to connect here in Perdition. And just about everybody in the room says absolutely not.
Well, I don't think. Maybe if they get 10 truckloads of fortune cookies that come through town, and we could tax them each 10 cents each.
What
Then
the hell
maybe
is
we should consider it.
fortune cookie?
That's what they serve at the Chinese restaurant.
I think that's a like an Americanized thing.
It has
I think
something
that
to do
came
with
later.
World
It's
War II.
California.
I think
It's California.
I think it was. I think it came from San Francisco, where the fortune cookie came from.
Now, when did taxes actually start in the U.S.? Because
They were always around, as far as I know.
In
What did you say?
Perdition in
Taxes?
1879 on fortune cookies, it's taxed.
There's not even a tax system available yet. All
Yeah.
that has to be written into, and there's no state law. So think about that. Your law's all going to be
Humans can
just
write
on the
law
local
code.
books, and it's It's going to be
Well,
weird.
around here, we
Weird.
do it certain way.
Yeah, that's right. Around here, we do it certain ways. They don't fly around here, law dog.
Did you ever see Brubaker? Remember that guy, the contractor that did the roof? My wife made a pie around here. That's the way we do things around here.
So you're saying, so you're suggesting to these people that they charge that, hey, maybe the Iron Dragon Railroad's not bad if we charge them a connection fee for every car that passes through or something like that. Is that what you're proposing, Mayor Timmons or Mayor Simmons?
Interim, mind you, I say perhaps we can put it on the docket for after the
election?
election, yes, because I do have something to say on this interest for those of you that don't want the Chinese in town.
Okay. So give me a persuasion roll at +2 because you don't have to really persuade but half the room. Yep, they're all in agreement. We'll put that one on the back burner. Now the last final thing, Bayou Vermilion, they've offered to pay for this big hub, and when they start talking about this, the Wasatch backers and the Rockies are kind of in the middle, and Wasatch in the room just blows up into a big heated discussion, big heated argument. Give me a smarts roll.
I might need to do a notice check to see if you stayed awake too. Smarts. There.
It might be a little too loud in there for you to pass out.
I rolled a 4. Holy crap.
You did roll a 4. You know, it doesn't take you long, Timmons, to realize that there's no way in hell you're going to come to a decision on this tonight. That maybe it's best pushed off. But hang on here. My push to talk button also pops open a bunch of windows over on OneNote. But you feel for this particular night, it's been pretty productive for you, and you've made some good persuasive arguments and kind of moved the crowd here and there. So made some contacts. People get to know you. People get to thinking you're a smart man. You really got the wool pulled over their eyes.
Timmons is pretty smart. He's got 4 smarts. I mean, he's read a book.
The little engine that could.
We're in Perdition, California in 1879. That's an accomplishment.
Hey, one of you
Yeah,
mods,
you want me to ban that?
yeah, thank you. Somebody take care of
Do
that.
that.
So yeah, it's been a pretty productive day, but the afternoon is starting to wane and getting into the evening. Seems to be quite a party. It's Friday night, man, and Red Saloon and Fallen Angels both is just going to town. But Lacey walks up to you at the end of the meeting and says, "Mayor, can I, maybe join you guys for dinner? Something
You can back.
something I just found out about. I could, and he kind of digs around in his pockets like an old muckraker would, and I'll buy a round of beer. How's that?
That sounds like a plan. Can we make it a business meeting and the town can pay for it?
Now you were starting to think like a true politician, sir. Yeah. Lacey gives you...
I need to get me a mighty nice secretary. Help me out. Do most of this kind of stuff.
Everyone likes dessert that also predicts the future. That's brilliant, Bernice.
I guess we go back over to the Cliffwatch Hotel for dinner.
Go back to the Cliff Watch. Okay.
I can feel like a big guy since I already paid for dinner over there for a month, remember?
Well, you notice that dinner doesn't look so good tonight.
looking movies can be.
You're
We got
it's
that one Brussels sprout.
well, it looks like the vegetables are quite, definitely seen better days. Um, but is that tinge in the piece of meat that you're eating? What is that kind of tangy flavor that you're?
You know, Timmons is really. He didn't spit it out for a while either. He's like, definitely got some kind of. Maybe it was on the floor. No, I just pretty much think it's rotten. Yep.
Uh,
Spits out a maggot. Yep.
Brad, as far as Doc Fung is concerned, the growing of plants, no, the plants are out there growing. You harvest them and you dry them anyway. It's not really affecting you. But, perishable goods that people would, you're drying them, making teas out of them and stuff. You're not finding a problem with that. But harvesting, edible vegetables and stuff and trying to keep them for any length of time, uh, it's getting real bad, and there's becoming a hunger issue in the
But
small
before
town of Perdition.
thing, it seems all well.
Do what?
Some point after that,
What was that, Brad?
but it seems like up to harvest everything's okay, and something is weird after that point.
Yep. Once it's harvested and becomes food, it's like it's some of it seems to be kind of rotting on the vine. Rotting on the withering on the stalk. And the food shortage is getting very serious here in Southern California.
If
HG?
only there was two railroads they were attempting to connect into town here that could ship in food.
What's up?
HG, you come back to the Cliff Watch Hotel. We're gonna roll a time for it. It's about 6
I
p.m.
thought I had already been back and helped them for one night or something.
Well,
Or
you
no,
you
we
got
changed it.
yeah you got back today. You got back on Friday because it would have taken that much time to travel up there, spend a day and a half, and then travel back. So you got back, and
that's fine.
some of
I
what
just
you
remember
did,
doing-
some of what you did last session took place on this Friday. So again, like I said, our week here is going to be kind of played out, kind of funky. But so are you with them? Is everybody kind of gathered at the Cliff Watch
Yeah.
at the
Until
moment?
he has nothing else to do. He's just catching up with everybody.
Tim paid for dinner, so
Yeah.
Tim is like, I think that was y'all's dead horse back there that they serving tonight. So remember that horse we buried a few months ago?
So
They
what?
found it. They dug it up and they serving it for dinner tonight.
Oh God, it's kimchi horse.
Definitely got some vinegar taste to it.
The Collegium. The Collegium used to run a ghost rock processing facility on the coastline north of Perdition. Now this is coming from Lacey. This is why, he's said there's been some weird stuff going on. He's been trying to investigate whatever weirdness is happening around here. He thinks it's all tied together, and he says, the Collegium used to run a ghost rock processing facility on the coastline north of Perdition. And about a year ago, it abruptly went quiet, and no one has been there since. And he says, it's kind of like the people involved almost don't, they just want to kind of close the door on it, walk away from it. Something weird's happened. What happened to all the people that worked there? And it used to be a big, where airships would come in and load up ghost rock and haul it over the mountains. Wasatch, that was one of his first places he was getting ghost rock from. His airships would come in there and load up. He said, so, is there a facility that's full of ghost rock sitting over there somewhere? Might be worth checking out. Could be a lucrative find. And I think I got to quit.
Where is this Collegium
If
place
it's
located?
Watchet, they got railhead. We need to get us a train. I've been saying that since Chicago. St. Louis.
I do not like this idea. Every time we've been on a train, something's happened.
True. This is so true. Usually wrecks.
Yes. Or we get attacked, or
That's a good argument, Jim. That's definitely a good argument. So where's this place at?
I will share this with you, and I will pin it to.
oh, this was another
On
good
the
intent.
coastline north of Perdition. So a year ago, it abruptly went quiet.
Oh, we can fill the ship up.
Besides, Marshal Hexman
There's your quest.
might not be that bad. I
Alright.
don't know what you guys do on trains, but hey, they are secure, reliable means of transportation.
Unless the tracks go boom in front of it.
That has never happened in my entire existence that I have ever seen.
That
So
Happened to us
Stop it.
twice.
Yeah, twice. Twice.
with you, shenanigans are always going to happen. I fully believe it.
It was not. It wasn't our fault.
That's what
Hmm.
you said about the town burning down.
That was HG's fault.
Gentlemen,
I think it was a plan, not a fault. You accidentally do fault.
Is a good point. But if there is some sort of
we're all down here.
build location near town, and there are various murders happening in town, maybe the assailant is hiding in this location, and everything conveniently connects to everything else.
Is that Puss in Boots?
No, it's just a cat magician center thing.
It says
That,
that's Puss
friend
in
of-
Boots. Benno is wearing a Puss in Boots t-shirt, guys. Everybody
No,
get a picture of that quick. Screenshot.
somebody take a picture of that shit. I'm not on there. Please show me what he looks like.
Is not Puss in Boots. And what's wrong with Puss in Boots?
And Cat Eldritch Knight.
I thought
Yes.
Antonio Banderas did a hell of a great job with Puss
I
in
agree.
Boots. Yeah,
I absolutely agree.
Yep, it was awesome.
Timmons says, well, fellas, we got a few things going on. We need to kind of see what we should do about. Like, one, we got the Indians over there set up camp, and the ladies with the buns in the head need us to go talk to them. The Benevolent Society of Women or some hen checking thing.
Yes, weren't you going to send Mr. Beaver to do that?
Well, I wasn't actually going to go send Mr. Beaver to do anything because me and him don't see eye to eye and all this. So I was hoping somebody else could talk to him. Yeah, baby.
Talk to them while we're staking out Sallytown, looking for this murderer.
HG, Timmons, did you tell HG they're looking for somebody to burn down Sallytown?
No, not yet. No, not yet. That's on the docket.
That's my specialty. I'm good at that.
The other thing is we got some kind of guy with one hole in his boot. We'll call him.
One whole boot.
Holy boot.
One whole
One
bill.
whole boot. One whole boot bill
One whole Willie.
that we need to watch out for.
One-eyed Willie. Oh, shit.
Do we have some kind of maybe armed individual stationed over in the woodline or something? Make a tower or something? I don't know.
Well, Mayor, let me ask you this. Do we have eyes on this one boot told Willie or not at the point? Do we know where he is?
We've never seen the individual. We've just seen his boot print.
Yeah, we just know that he has a hole in his boot.
And it came into town.
That probably describes 75% of the people in Perdition.
Dr. Schultz raises one foot at a time, looks at his boots, notices there's no hole in his soles, and looks over expectantly at the rest of you guys to look at your own boots and see if there are any holes in yours.
Some of you,
Timmons goes,
Really?
Timmons
you
goes,
know,
Really, Doctor?
well, let's think
Damn it.
about this. You guys have been together now as a group for over a year. I mean, the Marshall and Timmons has in HG anyway. And I don't recall one time you guys saying you was going to buy a new pair of boots. It's been well over a year. So what do the bottom of your boots look like?
Timmons is like, looks at the bottom of it, he goes, holy shit, y'all been following me around. I got holes in both of mine.
Did you repeatedly murder several men?
Maybe. I don't know where I was that night. I thought I was asleep on the desk. I could have snuck out the window. I'm a
Well,
prime suspect.
Where was you at the desk when I found you?
Yeah, and we know how difficult it is to wake you up.
You guys do
I
notice
coughed up some feathers the other night.
and
I think I ate a chicken.
he's got really long claw-like fingernails that have got a lot of dirt and crap underneath. He got Bilbo Baggins' fingernails.
Oh man, Timmons, you need pedicure, manicure. You need to go see some of the little Chinese ladies that you were trying to deal with earlier, with their fortune cookies and their egg rolls.
Now I want an egg roll.
They have a burlesque in town?
Mayor, I've heard they have a service known as how can I put this?
Happy ending?
Happy ending. Yeah, you've heard of it, Jeb Hexman. Oh, yes.
Only in passing.
I've heard it's quite something special from
What's Happy Ending Friday? That sounds pretty good to me.
I gotta ask, Doc Fogg, did you sit through the public meeting that Timmons presided over, or where were you at during that period of time?
I think
I probably was helping look around town and or take a nap
For one
late
one
night.
whole boot, Willie.
See, here's the thing. We have Doc Fong here. Doc Fong, tell us about your coach's happy ending, so to speak.
Do you know how to get one of them?
See, this is why you need natural male enhancement.
Got some elk antler powder here, mixed up with some wolf penis, dried wolf penis.
Do you have on you perhaps a little of the ginseng roots?
don't forget about the drop of scorpion venom.
That put fire in your semen, indeed.
I will whip you up a special batch of tea later.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, so Timmons, you tried to get these guys to go down there and talk to Indians with you, or what?
No. I'm trying to get somebody to talk to Little Beaver to go do it.
Well,
Timmons doesn't like to talk to Little Beaver because he's afraid he's going to get scalped. You know, he's got a phobia.
where is Little Beaver? Where's he been hanging out? Is he here at the hotel with you guys?
I think he's being like
We didn't leave him in the boat, did we?
he's
No.
got a Dan on our tugboat or something out there.
Well,
No.
If I had to guess, if he followed us back to Perdition, that there's a good chance that he'd probably be hanging out with the other Indians, right?
I guess it depends on what kind of Indians
Did you
they
leave
are.
him at the? I don't remember. I don't remember it, talking about it at all after we got back to the docks at Perdition.
I'm pretty sure he returned with us, but I'm not sure.
I thought he did. I thought he did too.
Yeah, why wouldn't he have? I don't see why he would have stayed on the tug.
Okay. Well, since if he's here and you guys have kind of left him in the back burner, I have an idea for what Little Beaver's been doing.
We go kick his teepee
Okay.
because he's staying outside of town.
Now we're talking. This is what I wanted to hear. What's Little Beaver been doing?
Dr. Schultz has been spending his spare time with Little Beaver and has convinced him somewhat to change his attire. So The beaver is no longer wearing his traditional Indian garb. He actually has a pair of slacks, pair of boots that fit him very uncomfortably right now. Um, a
Hole in one
not
of them?
do what?
Asking for a friend. I said, is there a hole in one of them?
No, his are new. His boots are brand new. Um, he's wearing kind of like the Texas bow tie thing with a big hat at this point. He looks very uncomfortable.
Belt buckle too.
Yes,
You mean a
but
bolo?
Does he
A
look
bolo?
like
yeah.
Does he kind of look like the guy from Joe Dirt that was selling fireworks in the desert?
I don't remember what that looks like. It's been so long since I watched that. But he looks very uncomfortable, and Schultz is very happy with his work that he's managed to bring the beaver somewhat back to into the modern era, so to speak.
Back to civilization.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you from faraway land that they call Texas?
I think he's from Germany.
Mr. Beaver?
Oh, Mr. Beaver.
You not funny. And he just looks down at you.
It was too much.
Schultz idea. The beaver no like.
The beaver no like.
Which Schultz is, come now, Mr. Beaver. It'll be fine. You look handsome. The ladies are going to think you are splendid. You are such a handsome devil. It'll be fine, I promise. No, it doesn't look like that.
Oh, you said he had a bolo on. Sorry.
It's the new Beaver.
I don't think they made those colors back in this era. I'm not sure, not for men at least. We're talking like white dress shirt, black jacket kind of deal. You do see that he still has all of his weaponry.
Big knife strapped to his hip.
Yeah, strapped on there.
Him and his like, he could go to send Little Beaver to talk to the other Indians just like that. I'm gonna go watch this. Remember that last time he went to talk to them other Indians?
That
Killed that guy one knife.
Then you killed that dude.
What?
The big
Did
fucker.
you? Schultz looks over at Little Beaver and is like, "You did that? Wow, you are
I
something
don't think any
else."
of us. I don't think any of us were actually
I
there
don't.
watching.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
think
think
any of
we
you guys.
watched it from afar.
Well, or he may have told us about it, or Paloma could have maybe.
Big old Shasta Klamath Indian, man. He was a big old dude. And Beaver dropped him. Boom. There's the next generation of D&D player right there. Is that red hair?
Kind of Namoga. No, he's just more like strawberry blondish kind of.
It's probably the light.
Who is
Yeah, I'd
that?
say it looks like a darker brown. My girlfriend's son,
Yeah, hi, buddy.
DJ.
He can't hear us. He can't hear us. So anyway, so Little Beaver is here with you guys, eating dinner, I guess. But yeah, it's about 6 o'clock, man, and the hooting and hollering, and somebody comes in and says that Granville Kurtz is throwing uh, a pie social for his campaign tomorrow at the Kurtz Manor right there in the middle of Perdition. Let's see which would be right there. So it's a pie supper for everybody to get to know Granville Kurtz, who will be the greatest mayor that Perdition has ever known. And they come in and they make
Boo.
this announcement right here in the dining room of the Cliff Watch Hotel. And then they're
Boo.
handing out these flyers to you guys. See, this guy's got flyers
Kind
already,
of
Tim.
pie.
Boo.
Pie.
There'll be
Maybe
all
I could
kinds
just
of pie.
Maybe I could just reuse them flies. Can I have a whole stack of them?
One question, ladies, as they're handing these out: is this pie supper? Is there a contest involved? Can we enter pies into this type of situation? What are we talking about here?
Well, I
Pie
believe
bake-off.
Mr. Kurtz was just going to provide the pies, but if you wanted to bring a pie, I'm sure that'd be welcome. Uh, you know, that'd be great, sir. We'll see you there tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock sharp.
That's
Outdoor there.
mighty nice. Yeah, I might indeed. Gentlemen, are we interested in this pie supper? Perhaps to take a look at your opposition, Timmons?
And see if anyone has any holes in their
I never
cups as
turned
well.
down a good slice of pie in my whole life.
I mean, we if nothing else, we can at least get pie and maybe some information out of it.
And after this pork chop tonight, we're gonna need something to eat tomorrow.
Well, gentlemen, I will tell you what. I will get to work on my mother's very famous family recipe Australian apple pie strudel.
Australian?
Austrian.
Oh, okay. You said Australian.
Austrian apple pie strudel.
Your grandmother was Australian and you're Austrian. That's gotta be confusing.
Very much so, my friend. I'm afraid she was not from Australia with the kangaroo. No. Austria.
Oh, they're different places?
Mhm.
Yes, my friend. Very different places.
Let's see.
I never been that far north.
You mean south?
More of an east
They
at this point.
south?
Australia? It's on the southern hemisphere.
I thought we were talking about Austria.
Timmons doesn't know that.
Either way, north would be Canada.
It wasn't in the book he read.
You mean looked at because he can't read.
No, he can read. He just can't read very well.
He can read, he just can't understand all the words.
Some of them get confusing. The ones with more than
95% of the words. 95% of the words are confusing. If they're more than 4 letters
So they-
long, you're confused.
they all got more than one syllabus.
We've been over this, Timmons. Syllable.
Yeah, you're making fun of my speech.
Law dog, how dare you make fun of this man's speech? He's the mayor, for goodness sake.
No, I'm not
it.
making fun of him. Just trying to teach him the proper way to say it.
Resume making fun of his speech in a week and a half if he loses his election.
This is good point. He could cause you trouble with your job. If he gets ousted, no problem.
Ain't even got keys to the desk yet.
You have a death.
Somebody shot. Who heard that?
I thought I heard a gunshot.
You guys hear gunshots from a couple blocks over in town somewhere.
It sounds like it might be your.
If it's a couple blocks over and we're at the end of town, we know it's from this direction.
I don't have a map.
Well, it was outside some.
It's the Perdition, California street map. Map of Perdition.
Ah, there we go.
Well, we get up and go outside.
Let's investigate.
Yeah, Jeb's
Gotta
probably
get my deputy on.
Jeb's the first out the door.
You don't seem to hear anything else at the time. But you see several people leaving their establishments and whatnot, and they're kind of heading over in this direction.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, fella, let's go.
Let us investigate.
Vendo, that's a setting for your cam. You can have it, whatever's. Yeah, if you're.
No, I'm saying on the stream side, it's mirrored. I didn't know if you intentionally did that or if it was an accident.
No, it's because I'm seeing it that way. It's a setting that you've got on your camera. Everybody, you should have
Shouldn't
this.
be.
Should have that setting on there. So you mean we're seeing a backwards image of you this whole time and we didn't know it?
Apparently, I don't know why it's
That is,
mirroring it.
yeah, Brad. That's incredible. You mean you actually looked the other way? That's wow. Wow.
I'm actually leaning to the right, but
Yeah,
I guess it's
actually,
right if I'm leaning
he's
to
got
the
a lot of
left.
hair up here, but he's got nothing in the back.
Do I really have to fucking look on Twitch to see this shit?
Yeah, because we're not using Discord.
Fine, I'll look on Twitch.
You could always get a cam and join us in VC.
He's gonna get a cam. It's gonna happen.
It'll happen. It's fine.
I thought J-Rob had a cam at one point.
You fixed the rounding thing on yours too, didn't you? Where it was like fish-eyeing out on the edge.
I think that was part of Discord because it never did it in VC. Because I can kind of turn it to the right, and I guess it kind of does it a little bit.
Okay. So you guys start moving this direction. Timmons, you get up here on the west end of Main Street. Is that Doc Fong's buddy? Yeah, you better drive.
Apparently, there's no actual grid set on this map
No, there's no grid on this map.
because that token was gigantic.
Which that's fine. Is if he's with you.
He's following
And
around.
you can see a bunch of people, kind of up here in the middle of this street, and they're all standing around looking at something.
Is it dark out?
Yeah, what time is it? I think it's like 6 p.m. or something.
6 p.m.
So
no,
the
it's not
sun's
dark.
still up.
Sun's still.
Sun's still up a little bit. I'm gonna go walking up there. Jeb's in front of me. I ain't scared.
You guys get up there and you see a body laying here in the dirt, big puddle of blood pooled out in the dirt around him. Looks like he's got one bullet hole right through the chest.
He looks
Does he
dead.
got a hole in his right boot?
Yep, he looks dead.
I think it was his gunshot wound.
All right, everybody, settle down. I need to know what happened here.
I think
Yeah.
that Philly got shot.
Why are we repeating?
What?
Who?
You
You
have
got
the
the
Twitch
stream
on and not
You got the
muted.
stream on.
Oh, it's all your fault. Mute the page, not the tab. Or mute
God,
the
I
tab,
sound
not
sexy online. I just turned myself on. Holy fuck. Now I
Are
know
you
all the
touching
women.
yourself now?
I am touching myself.
Every
Wow.
one of your stream YouTube is
Suddenly,
gonna get a
Benno
hit from him.
disappeared.
So you need to know what happened. Well, you hear somebody go, "It was a fair fight, Sheriff. This guy pulled first," and you hear a guy from the other side of the street go, "That ain't the way I saw it. That man shot him dead."
Is the man still there that shot him?
Nope, you don't see anybody here.
Did he have a hole in his boot?
Does anybody know the man who shot the other one?
And everybody just kind of looks at each other. No. He was a dandy.
What did he look like?
Dandy.
He was a dandy. He's like one of them Eastern dandies.
Like one of those guys from New York City?
New York
New
City.
York City.
Damn tin horns.
That salsa's made in New York City.
New York City?
So yeah, they say no. He had a nice suit on. He didn't really run. He just kind of walked, headed back towards the middle of town.
So
Have a
Timmons
very
goes
large hat
over
on.
this way, and he looks down and see if he can see any tracks.
Streetwise, Vino. Anything for investigation. Any of you guys?
Timmons is looking for
I
tracks.
got that shit. Hold on, I want to roll.
Streetwise was something I was needing
Damn.
to get. I think otherwise I can roll persuasion, right?
Yeah, as you're talking to people.
Ooh, that sucked.
So, Doc Fong, you see over here one of the it must be some of the Chen family standing, and you go over and talk to them, and they describe this. Yeah, he had a you know very nice suit of clothing on, and he ran off towards town. Had a nice pants, looked pretty clean. Red jacket, red sports coat.
Doesn't sound a little more like
Um,
cocksucker had red jacket on.
Hearing this, I'm gonna go over to my little portable bar and use summon ally, create a like an owl thing to fly out, giving it flight and the ability for me to sense through it
Okay.
for a total of 5
So,
points.
so you pull this little thing out of your pocket, and you see HG goes over there and he kind of bends over, and you see him twisting his arm like this, and you hear something like he's ratcheting something, and then he lets go of this thing, and it takes off flying over the middle of town. And where are you sending him to, HG?
I'm just gonna have him fly over. We're looking for a guy in a red suit. I'm just gonna have him fly over the town and start canvassing out in circles from here.
Okay. So that's about all you gather. About 15, 20 minutes goes by. You send for one of the undertaker, local undertaker, to get the body and haul it off or whatever. And let's see, what kind of role can you give me for your Al's investigation there?
Weird science just to make sure it
Weird
works.
science, okay. Yeah, it definitely worked. Worked with a raise. So since it did, I'll give you a +2 on whatever this thing, you know.
I was gonna say the spells in here aren't exactly written well. A lot of them. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I'm picturing he made something akin to the owl from Clash of Titans.
Exactly.
I am imagining that also.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for.
Yeah,
I
Clash
kind of
Titan.
got it more like Tweety Bird acting though, instead of acts like that. It's like,
Do you guys remember them? It was back in the 70s, but they were these little wind-up plastic birds, and you'd wind up the thing on them and sit them down. They'd hop along the
Yeah, I remember those.
tabletops and stuff.
no, I don't remember the '70s at all.
The
You
70s seem
weren't
a bit
there.
hard to remember for some reason.
Well,
That's because you were
I don't
there.
remember the 70s. I don't remember the 70s, but I do remember those toys.
You don't truly remember the 70s at all, Drake? Oh, it's awful, man. It's great times. Hey, that's when I learned to eat dirt and do things that gave me a real strong immune system.
Yeah. Learn not to ride with my hands in my pockets on my bicycle.
So,
Don't do that.
I'll digress for a moment. And our daughter sent a text down and said, "Look at this link," and it was a Facebook group for one of the kids' schools up there in the St. Louis area. And it was the mothers sharing, how they're dealing with their kids going back to school, and are they wearing masks and everything. And this mother says, my kids come home, their backpacks go into a trash bag, they take their shoes off at the door, They come in, they wash their hands, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody posted right underneath that, yeah, my kids come home, throw their backpacks on the floor, and they go out and play in the dirt.
All right, so it looks like, yeah, in order to get an investigation thing, basically I can switch. I have to use my skill stats, but I can switch them up depending on what I'm creating. So, like, I could say that my weird science skill, instead of it being able to use weird science, is now it's investigation.
Okay.
And it would get the same die type.
Okay, so you're basically,
The,
yeah, if you got investigation, you're just looking through this thing's eyes or whatever, right?
yeah, my rank basically just determines the size. Like I can summon up to what the mirror self, which is the one I was using before, which is easier because it's all exactly me. But
Okay.
I'm only summoning a level
Are you
2.
doing this right out here on the middle of the street?
Yeah, well, I created that little mobile bar thing that follows me that turns into my ally anyway.
Yeah.
So I assumed the piece
mobile
just
bar.
break off to turn to other things.
All
So
right.
maybe I can summon
you
a
just
attendant,
pulled
a bodyguard, a mirror self, or a sentinel.
Is it kind of like those coolers with wheels?
Yeah, basically, I was thinking like the little
Kind
guy
of
from
imagine
Borderlands
Wally.
without a personality.
All right, HG. So that weird
He's a
science
blue
roll is based off of your
It would be the creature's investigation. I'm throwing
okay.
a blue chip on there.
All right.
So it's add a d6, right?
Add a d6.
Whoa.
Shit.
So 12.
All right. Not only do you pick up the red jacket, but the owl comes back and tells you exactly where the building they went into.
I technically don't need him to come back.
Okay, so you can communicate with it. Okay, so you're basically watching them walk right into Red's saloon.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know and start leading them in that direction.
Perhaps we should surround it.
I'll walk closer to Jeb so I can kind of like tag onto his coat when I decide to switch over my vision. So he pulled down his goggles.
Right.
Marb?
Yeah.
Like 100 feet or something? 2 blocks? 100 feet?
Yeah, this is probably see 20, 40, 60. You know, each one of these blocks right here is probably about 60 feet, something like that. And then these longer ones up here, you know, are probably
Or longer.
are longer.
Oh, so the alleyways are only like maybe 30 feet or something. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Tennis wants to come up and he wants to get. For one, he's going to move up behind the town hall.
I don't remember where the red. That's the one where we had issues before, right?
Yeah, that's the casino.
But we know that I fit through the window.
We do know that.
I think we should just enter through the front door because we did break a window last time.
Well, there was also like a grenade and like
Are we all
fire.
Also, Itchy used his badge like a throwing star.
HG's hanging on to Jeb's coat.
Now, HG, no more throwing your deputy's badge.
He's not down there, but I know he's up there with you guys.
I wanted to give him fair warning.
But then you thought somebody stole it. But then you thought somebody stole it.
Well, it was obviously hiding. It wasn't where I threw it to.
It was exactly where you threw it to.
Oh, no.
But then there was that cloud of smoke was the problem.
Anyway, let's try not to cause so much havoc if we don't have to. We're just gonna try to take this man, to the jail and question him.
Law and order every day, Marshal. You have nothing to worry about. We'll let your 10-star lead the way.
Matter of fact, speaking of the jail, Veno, roll me a D10. you've got 7 other people in the jail from the last couple of days anyway for just, you know, occasional
Normal shenanigans.
shenanigans. Has been, this place is pretty lawless, and you've kind of got it calmed down a little bit, but you've got about 7 people in a jail that, I believe it held 8.
Yeah, I was about to ask how many it held.
Well, let's see here.
Well, we're just going to take him down to the station and question him for now. I mean, we did have some eyewitnesses say that he shot him, and
Others said that he drew and defended himself.
so we are going to at least question him, see if he does need to be arrested. So,
Okay.
Jeb will enter first. Do I immediately see the perp?
You don't immediately see the perp because you look around the room and it's wall to wall people, and your miners and this is more the upscale society here in Perdition. These are the business owners, and you kind of make your way through the crowd. And sitting at the back table is a guy in a red jacket. Give me a notice roll.
I just did.
And with that notice roll, you've seen this guy before.
Who is he?
Something about him looks. Is it his eyes? Something about him looks. Any of you other guys going in with him?
Oh yeah, I'd have gone right down. In fact, I'm gonna
Yeah.
scroll right up to his table and pull out another seat and take a seat.
Okay. So, let's see. Give me a smarts roll. Anybody who's you pointing this guy out, Veno? He's sitting there playing cards with. He's sitting at a card table, full card table. There's like 7 people sitting around this thing with the dealer.
I'm basically just going to walk up to the table, looking imposing, but not necessarily threatening.
So HG no. Doc Fong +2. Yes. All right. So Doc, you look at this guy and you're like, well, if he had really scraggly looking hair and an old ratty beard, he'd look like that guy that we pulled out of the prison. Eddie Griff, one of the people you rescued from the prison.
Isn't he the one that was it Dr. Schultz that bought him a new set of clothes and everything?
With a red jacket. Mm-hmm.
Marshall, the fellow from the jail.
What was his name again? I know you just said it.
Hell,
Griff.
I just looked at
Griff.
Eddie Griff.
Yeah.
Looks like he's winning. He's got a big old pile of money in front of him.
Well, I'll step up to him and say, Mr. Griff, I'm afraid I need you to come down to the office with me.
He stops and looks up at you. He says, well, Marshall, it's good to see you again. What brings you out?
Well, we have eyewitnesses that placed you at the scene of a murder as the shooter. So I just need you to come in and answer a few questions.
Marshall, that wasn't a murder. That man drew on me.
Well, I mean, no, it's definitely fair to defend yourself, and I can't, say nothing about dueling, but you can't just shoot a man and leave. You gotta wait for us to come by and put our stamp of approval on it. I'm an old man. I can't be walking all the way down here.
You know, he has.
You're lucky I don't break your foot just for that.
Just for that, you get a fake chip.
If my deputy is correct for once. If it was in self-defense, you should have stuck around. It makes you much more suspicious walking off. So I'd still like you to come down to the office and answer a few more of our questions if you don't mind.
He looks at you. Looks at each of you. And he slides his chair back real fast and stands up.
Doc found try to look intimidating.
Jeb,
Itchy yawns.
Jeb just rests his hand on his iron. It's like,
All right, Marshall, if you
don't
insist.
make me fool.
And he reaches over and he picks up this. It's like a bucket of beer. And is it raining or marsh?
I got it.
Oh, it was because of the
The
untrained.
marsh.
Yeah. He picks up like this bucket. It's a bucket of beer, and he just starts chugging it. And he rakes all his money off into his hands and starts shoving it in his pockets. And he goes, "Boys, sorry I had to take your money like this. I was going to give you a chance to win it back, but the damn marshal got other ideas. All right, Marshal, let's go."
Well, if you truly are, if it truly was self-defense, you shouldn't be there too long.
Just paperwork to be filled out.
Precisely.
He's walking along, and you guys going to take his handgun or what?
Oh yeah. As soon as we start walking off, I reach over and just pull it out of his holster and hold on to it.
All right.
Never even crosses HG's mind.
Timmons is going to step into the saloon
Um,
as they're exiting. He wants to say something.
when he quickly shoved his seat back, Schultz casually moved a finger and outslid his derringer. So right now, Schultz is packing a derringer in his hand from his little holster up his sleeve.
Is it on like a little
It's on a little rail.
scissor extender thing?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Give me that intimidation roll, Dr. Schultz.
I don't think he has one. We'll do this unskilled.
Yeah. I think my next advance will involve intimidation and street smarts.
Eddie
But he's
Griff.
like looking angry, looking
I
at
got
Doc.
Oh, untrained.
Yeah, it's untrained.
Untrained. Yeah, so Eddie just looks at you, Dr. Schultz, and he gives you a little smile and just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, all right, you got me. And he walks along with you. You going to take his sidearm? You say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we started to walk off from the table, I just reached over and pulled it from his holster. I
You gonna
figured.
touch? Wait a minute. You gonna touch another man's rod? Take your gun belt off, my friend. You won't need that. We'll give it back. The marshal will definitely handle it for you.
Dr. Schultz, I do appreciate everything you did for me. And, I'm telling you, that man, I believe he was trying to poison me. And I haven't felt good since.
Well, a moment ago you said he drew on you.
He did, because I accused him of cheating, and he accused me of cheating, and I accused him of trying to poison me.
I tell you what, my friend, we will definitely send for the doctor and have him check you out.
Tell me why you are being poisoned.
He says, I don't know, but I don't feel good. He said, and it started after that son of a bitch sat down at the table with us. He said, you check in that man's background, I'm sure you find there's something about that guy. He goes, but I feel awful. But you guys finally get him down to the marshal's office.
All right.
Timmons, before you guys head away from there, though, you walk into the saloon and you say what? You wanted to say something to everybody that's in.
He said, ladies and gentlemen, and he bangs his gavel on something like the pole in the middle of the room. Ladies and gentlemen, ding, ding, ding. I'm the interim Mayor Timmons Simmons, and I'm going to make sure that man, and I point my gavel at him as they take him out, stands trial here in Perdition,
Oh,
and
no.
law and order will be upheld. And he bangs his gavel.
Oh. Timmons. And Jeb's trying to like pull him over. Timmons, we haven't even charged him with anything yet.
That's okay. He still gets a free trial.
And a set against your knives.
And a toaster.
So when he says this, everybody kind of stands up, and a few of them follow you guys out the door. And, where's the trial going to be at?
Well, in the town hall where it's supposed to be, isn't it? I don't know. It was like, right,
I
Jeb?
thought it was a courthouse of some sort.
When are you going to hang him?
Do we have to
We
make
haven't even-
gallows?
We haven't even had a trial yet. He hasn't been charged. Let's start with the first step first. Let's make sure that he's actually, a criminal, or has committed a criminal act here before we take him to trial.
Well,
That's how it's
Marshal, did
supposed
the
to
man
work,
kill
guys.
somebody or not?
Case, I have an idea, Mayor. Perhaps in lieu of building a gallows, which would take a lot of work, you can just employ HG to explode the man.
Gen-
No,
gentle-
that's
gentlemen,
cruel and unusual. That's
this
cruel and
is
unusual.
not a good idea.
We're
I
not,
say we
we're not in
I say
America
we
no
get
more.
a big fighting pit like back in the Greece land there, with the Romans, and big old fighting pit, and we make them fight animals. We take bets.
No,
Drinks.
HG. No.
I can't hear you, Timmons.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yes.
I said, see, Jeb, I told you his safest bet is to have a trial. Listen to all these fools. Blow
Because
him
of
up.
you. Because of
I-
you.
You know what,
having a trial.
Marshal?
You
Did this man
damn
kill
big
somebody?
mouth.
If this man killed somebody, the mayor's right. There should be a trial. He should stand trial for murder. Let the people figure it out.
Yeah, who are the people?
Technically, he has confessed to a murder, but I think it may have been in self-defense.
Well, then, let the good people figure that out. And you look over, and the person who's hollering this is some of the guys that's playing cards with him that he took all their money.
I'm sorry, Griff. I was trying to avoid this if we could, but
Well,
you
son
can
of a
thank Timmons
bitch.
for that.
Oh, I'm not feeling good, he
Well-
says. And he, by the time you kind of you get him like up the street back to the marshal's office, and you look around, and you got 7 people in this jail already. You got room for one more anyway. But he's telling you, he goes, Marshal, he goes, maybe you can't put me in there. He said, I just got out of jail. He said, where I was at's worse than anything could be done here, but the memories it brings. He said, I know that
understand.
bastard poisoned me. He said, you can't put me in that jail.
If I'm not mistaken, I have a little chamber there with a bedroom and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I did a
Yeah,
map
it's a
of
back
this.
bedroom.
I did a map
Yeah,
of this.
I
It's
just
pinned
opened
right
it.
there on the image.
Yeah.
As you guys are taking him to the jail, Schultz is going to go and get the town doctor and bring him.
Do we have one? Because I thought it was Doc Pong at the moment.
Is it Doc
Fong
Fong?
and Dr. Schultz are the town doctor.
Well, shit. All right. Then is there a doctor in the house? Well, there sure is.
There's 2 of them. But yeah.
Doc Fong, check him out. See, he's poison. What do you know? Tell us.
Well, first, we arrive at the office, and as we enter, I'm, putting his gun belt on my desk, and any of his valuables. I'm stashing away for safety. And I walk him into this room and have him lay down on this bed because he's probably not looking too good at this point.
I
Is he?
felt the. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I felt the hands of the Lord touch me just now, such that heavenly music came down from the skies and touched me deep, deep within my heart and deep, deep inside, and I felt the power of the Lord coursing through my veins. Thank you very much. Hallelujah.
you was raised.
Yes,
I know
yes, you were.
exactly how you were raised. If you could spout that shit off like that, I bet you people in your church had snakes, didn't they?
They did not have snakes.
You are from Kentucky.
I'm from Kentucky. The preacher had his hand up every woman's pussy, though.
Oh, really?
Just about.
Must have been from the gospel. I don't recall.
My mother wasn't quite attractive enough for him to want to stick his hand up there, though. She was a rather sordid, bitter old woman. But hallelujah, praise Jesus.
Praise. So, by the time you talk to the crowd and everything, let's see, investigate the scene, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me advance. What time is it?
It started about
so
6 o'clock or so.
about 6 o'clock, investigating the scene, and now, hell, we'll call it 8 o'clock. So it's about 8 o'clock.
Is Are Schultz and Fong also the crime scene investigation team?
They've all got badges.
Pretty much.
We do have those CSI jackets.
We
Exactly.
I stick my index finger in the
I had
bullet
Tim
hole.
and Frank.
I look up at Dr. Fong and say, Doc Fong, I believe he died of a bullet. Here's the hole.
Makes sense.
So you guys brought the body up here, too?
Oh, he was
body?
taken to the.
Oh. This was during the investigation. He's sticking his finger in the
Yeah,
bullet.
what's the scene?
All right.
I guess the Undertaker would take. Do we have an Undertaker?
I would
Yeah.
imagine we
I think we
probably
determined
do.
there was an Undertaker.
That's actually on the docket.
Oh dear.
Yeah, hell, it's been 2 hours since the shooting. So the Undertaker's already got him in a box propped up against the front of his building. Like this.
Yeah, ready for me to say.
Bleeding him,
Eric.
running and draining his blood out into a ditch and behind him.
No, I mean he's
But,
right out in front of you remember how they used to put them gunfighters and stuff that got shot. They'd put them in the casket and then lean the casket up against the front of the building like that, and people come by and take pictures of them and stuff. Yeah, sheriff or marshal.
But he's not looking too good at this point, is he?
He's dead?
No. That dude. That dude's dead. You mean Griff?
Oh, Eddie Griff.
Eddie Griff. He's not looking very good. He's looking kind of pale, as a matter of fact.
I'm trying to diagnose him by looking in his ear and listening to his heart.
And I've given him water and laid him down in the bed, and while Doc Fong's kind of checking him over, Jeb's asking him, "All right, who was the man you shot?"
And it's just the man I shot.
Timon is like, I'm going to excuse myself from this conversation.
That's probably a good idea since you'll probably be the judge in this.
And
Heaven
he
forbid.
steps outside.
He said, I don't know what his name was, but I don't know the name of a lot of the men I've shot.
Well,
That does not help you sound less guilty,
Yes, it really doesn't.
I have never drawn on anyone that did not draw on me first. I've only defended myself. You ask the people that were, and about that time you start hearing voices outside. And you look, and a small mob is starting to gather around the front of the jail.
That's where Tim has just walked out to.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if I want to ask HD to do this.
As a matter of fact, let's.
You're gonna put HG in charge of Timmons? That's not a good plan.
I'm gonna put all you guys on. Let me find a token for Eddie Griff.
Dr. Schultz pulls 12 double barrel off the wall and says, "Sounds like we have a lynching party, Marshal."
So Doc Fong is going to whisper to that strange German fellow who's been following him around and ask him to see if he can go talk to the crowd and calm them down.
What?
I can definitely give it a try.
I meant the other strange German fellow.
Yeah, he was talking about Hardy or
No,
something.
he wasn't German. He was from like the East Coast or
This
something,
dude?
wasn't he?
This dude is from the East Coast, but he speaks fluent Deutsch. And you wouldn't have known that, Doc Schultz, last week. Yes, just like that, those guys propped up there. As a matter of fact, that one looks like Jesse James, the first one. Yeah. But yeah, last week, Doc Fong comes toting this guy with him. Hello, Dragon Bait. Good morning to you, sir. This guy comes following him, and Doc is like teaching him and training him and stuff, and you could tell he's a snake oil salesman from back east, and he hears your accent, and he immediately started speaking in German to you. So you knew from early this morning when Doc showed up with this guy that he could speak Deutsch.
Ah, okay.
Timmons, you going out on the porch and addressing these people? You said.
Well, Timmons walks out there. What's going on? I mean, what kind? Are they got pitchforks or?
We're madder than hell.
And we're not going to take it anymore.
Timmons like, what are you mad at? There ain't no donuts here either.
You guys got a murderer in there. You might as well just hang him down. You hear somebody else go, the man defended himself. People are out here arguing over the thing. It's like the crowd is split.
Hey now, friends. Friends, don't worry here. We will, the good marshal, he will have a word. Do not have to worry.
Is this your snake oil salesman talking?
He doesn't
I
sound
don't know
very...
why you coddling these folks. I'll go out there and disperse that crowd real quick.
That's kind of why I was wanting to get HG, but I thought he might get a little too rough.
Don't know why you coddling these cocksuckers.
Timmons said the marshal is gonna do his duties. If this thing needs to go to trial, it's going to trial. That's all there is to do about it.
Listen to the good mayor. Current and future.
It'll be our first one. We'll figure it out. We make sure it's done right.
Let's see, Albert's over here in the marshal's desk looking for liquor.
Here you go, Mayor. This ought to take care of it real quick, and I'll hand him a
Because he knows
canister.
he knows that Jim has liquor in his desk. That's for sure.
What did you just hand to Timmons?
Walking behind him, here you go, Mr. Mayor. This ought to take care of him real quick. Just toss this to the crowd and hand him a
Timmons
canister
looks
of the
down
turkey
at
breast.
it. He's like smoking. He's like, no, and he hands it back.
Just roll it over there. Don't go away.
Is the thing smoking, HG?
No. I'm assuming it looks
wouldn't-
kind of grenade-like.
Oh!
Somebody got him.
Londell got
Gorgio.
Oh, Ingorgio gifted.
Ingorgio gifted. I tell you what, looks like Ingorgio is oh, look, he's in
Oh,
Discord.
there's Gorgio.
Let's take our quick, we haven't gotten to our break yet. Let's take our quick 10-minute break. We'll get Ingorgio on the table and you guys catch him up to snuff on, or up to speed on what's going on here. And I'll start a timer and all that good stuff.
Well, I can tell you this. The good marshal has been trying to touch another man's rod. It's been on.
Oh,
Why do you always have to twist shit like that? Seriously.
and with that, gang, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
blows from the west, great hammers will fall. Under high rocks all will answer the call. Bring us your arms, pariahs of yore. All faces turn now to war. Exiles of the ash stare through crimson glow. Guards of the north sing their songs of the snow. Bring us the breath of the marshes and rain. Courage is rising again. War will weather the souls of the lost. Stand together, whatever the cost. Shields will falter and many will fall. Time has come for us all to answer the call.
You also have reinforcements?
Oh, you got it too?
No, you might want to check your cards again because I think that was before he redealt them.
Oh, did we get redealt?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are back, and Engorgio has made it home from teaching people to annoy us on the highways.
Hopefully not be dumb.
Pull right out in front of you, going uphill, 20 miles an hour slower than you're traveling on the interstate.
Get the hell out of my way.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm glad you're on the table, Engorgio. You had a good week, buddy? Getting used to that
No.
sun beating down on you? Yeah. Yeah, I bet.
No, I'm using extra medicine tonight.
Did you get sunburn again?
No, I'm fine. It's just a shitty day.
You run over by a truck.
No, I wish I could run people over sometimes.
Oh!
Yeah, when you get someone who's in their 50s arguing with you because they know what they're doing, even though they've been driving a truck for a whole 5 minutes, it's rather annoying.
All right, so what's happened here is you guys have hauled this guy that you rescued, one of the people that you pulled out of that prison. He was definitely down on his luck, and Dr. Schultz took a liking to him, bought him some new clothes, bought him a gun. Evidently, he must be a hell of a gambler because he had quite a pile of money in front of him. But he shot and killed somebody in the street down on the west end of Maine. And Timmons decided that it was time Perdition had their first trial. And the marshal's all pissed off and upset about that. And so now he's got to deal with this guy. And there's a lynch mob that is gathered outside the marshal's office in the jail. And
This is what I was attempting to avoid.
And we do have other people in the jail too, so I'll put some tokens out here for the other townsfolk. Just so that we can see exactly how many. I mean, this building is pretty full. It is, July? It's probably warm outside. I bet it's 90 degrees right now. It's like a hornet's nest when the temperature gets real hot outside.
Now, HG, if you could spray them all with some cold water, that'd be great.
Now, was that person white?
Who?
That he killed.
Yeah, it's a white guy.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah.
I think he was asking if it was a Chinaman. But I think Timmons was attempting to pacify the crowd.
Yeah, Tim's like, everyone, just calm down, calm down. The marshal's gonna ask him some questions, and then he's gonna let us know what his investigation turns up. Due processes. I read that somewhere.
So what are you asking him, Marshall? He's looking like he's like staring off at the ceiling, and all you hear him saying is, "You gotta let me out of here. You gotta let me out of here."
Bring the dirty cocksucker out here. We want justice.
That's exactly what you hear outside. They're gonna kill me, Marshall. You gotta let me out of here. I don't feel good. You gotta let me out. I'm gonna.
Trust me, you're safer in here than you are out on the streets.
Oh. And he just now it's almost like he doesn't see it. He's looking at the walls and the ceiling around you and everything, and
Um,
sweat starting to come like down on his skin. Doc, you feel him, and he's a little warmer to the touch, and definitely moist.
Did you check his temperature?
Ooh, very moist.
How is that guy doing it?
I'm
You gotta
not
let me
sure,
out,
but
Marshall.
would Jeb be familiar with the signs of withdrawal?
A rock crashes through this window and rolls across the table and lands on the ground right here behind Dr. Schultz.
Doc, check his boots.
All right,
Hang that son of a bitch.
Doc, hang tight here. I'll be right back. And
I will
Jeb's
make
gonna
him herbal tea with mint.
just try to calm him down. I'm going to try to disperse the crowd. So I step outside, and I'm assuming Timmons is not having a whole lot of luck calming him down.
Well, we got a snake oil salesman out here trying to calm him down right now. I don't know what Timmons is doing.
The mayor.
He's
The
hiding
mayor
in the
knows what he's talking about.
Well,
No,
Timmons was
Timmons
supposed
is
to be out.
he's kind of walking through the crowd, saying, "Calm down, everything's all right. Calm down."
I'm not sure if it's having any effect on him.
I
Uh,
doubt it.
yeah. Give me a persuasion roll.
Who's doing the persuasion roll?
The marshal is right now.
Oh,
Timmons,
Timmons.
and a marshal, either one,
Can Hardy assist then?
and Jib, and Hardy, trying to calm him down. You guys do a pretty good job, and they're like, there just seems to be 3 or 4 people in here that's got the group agitated. Some of them drift off, but there's still about 20 people out here that they demand by noon tomorrow they'll have dragged his ass out here and hung him because he's guilty as can be. But the ones that were kind of defending him at first, they're tired of the ruckus, I guess, and you kind of persuade them. They're like, well, we'll see at trial then, and they just kind of walk off. But these others, they're bound and determined to drag this guy out here and hang him tonight. Murdering no good son of a bitch.
All right, and once I hear that, they're basically giving me an ultimatum, I say, look, if any of y'all come into my office with an intent to harm someone else, I will throw you in a cell as well.
He's a dirty cocksucker.
Him
He deserves to die.
That's exactly what you hear. He's a dirty cocksucker. Well, you just heard what we said, Marshal. You just go ahead and tuck yourself in there and get all comfy cozy.
Oh, I wish I. Hold on. Don't think I have that power.
Doc Fong, give me a spirit roll. You're standing here and you're kind of looking out the window because you can see part of the crowd over here, and Eddie Griff suddenly grabs your hand and he looks at you, and you can see like his eyes, like, is it blood? And you hear it go, "Ah," and he starts gagging, and he rolls over onto the floor, and he says, I'm dying, let me out of here," and he begins to retch and vomit, and you look over, and there's Looks like beer, of course, because he chugged that big bucket of chalk, and there's blood mixed in with
That does not seem good.
it. And now he's thrashing around on the floor. Give me a strength roll.
Is he having a seizure too? Oh shit!
Yeah, you try to get a hold of him, and it looks like he's seizing, and you just kind of freak out, and you start running over here to the door, and you're hollering in Chinese and shit that the only person that understands you'd be HG. Where is HG?
Basically, down the street.
Did he not? Is he not?
Oh, he's down
I
there.
was sitting right out front, but he was getting ready to.
Oh, wait a minute. His
Disperse the crowd.
Oh, great. I drug everybody over there onto that map, and there was no token for HG, so that means there's going to be...
I'm here.
Token's
I'm
there.
okay.
I don't see you.
Where?
Yeah, apply
Oh.
something on the combat
No,
tracker.
Yeah,
I
he
see
has to
him.
find the token on the combat tracker. The token needs to be put back on HG for some reason.
Yeah.
Then he'll probably reappear.
Yes, I can see my guy.
No, not on the marshal's office map, not the perdition map.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't even have that one open.
Did he show up? Yeah, I'll put him in
Yeah.
there.
There he is.
HG and I are looking at the street map. That's why. Not the Marshall map. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it?
So what, are you just staring these guys down, Mark?
Well, if they get too rowdy, I will pull out my pistol and just shoot it, into the ground or something.
Well, it's been an hour gone by, and they're not leaving. It's 9 o'clock now. These people are not going in. Now they got torches and pitch. One of them's got a rope.
Oh,
Having enough of it, HT gets up and he's walking down the street. I'm gonna duck into an alleyway here. And then using a blast of hot air from one side and a blast of cold from the other, I'm gonna summon a windstorm going down this road towards the crowd. A tornado.
You're gonna summon a tornado and disperse the crowd.
that's one way to do it.
Your
Didn't
dog
hurt
Fox
him.
sees that out the window and it doesn't help at all.
How big is?
I'm down.
Hey,
Dust devil coming!
hey, HG, could you go to push to talk?
It doesn't.
It was, sorry.
Loud.
No, that's all right. So
Doc Fong also sounds.
you disperse them, but I mean, I'm assuming it's just a small, like a dust devil or something that goes ripping down the street. Everybody kind of runs away. And who did that? Who's using that black magic shit?
It like
Ladies.
blinds people and stuff, but it don't hurt cause any damage.
I'd like to interject, ladies out there in the audience. You now know that Vin has not known the joys of fatherhood.
No
So
shit.
if any of you are interested in making Vin an honest man and a future father, feel free.
You have to talk him out to quitting his camsec show, though. He
Watch
makes
him
good money.
ride.
I wish.
Benno Vidi Vici.
Oh, Jankin. So anyway, Doc Fong, this guy is seizing in the back room, and you come running out, and there's a dust devil whipping down the street, and people running everywhere, and Jeb Hexman going, "I'm gonna put y'all in fucking jail." You come get Dr. Schultz.
What is it? What is it, my friend? I need you to speak English. I don't. I need you to speak as you say English. Okay?
Something is wrong with the prisoner.
perp.
Okay. Now I understand. Yes, your English is quite good today. I must add that.
You look in here, and he's laying face down on the floor, and his body is twitching, and there's a puddle of something that maybe he's vomited and blood or something, or maybe he's hit his head, but there's blood in it. And
He's
when
vomiting the blood.
give me a notice roll, both.
Shit.
Holy shit.
He notices.
Dr. Schultz, you look and his eyes are rolled back up in his head, and they roll down and they look at you, and like the whites of his eyes start turning black all around the outside.
Doc Fong, pull out your pistol. This is going to get messy.
And
Not sure. I don't have a medical grade pistol.
you look down, you hear over his whimpering this cloth, like somebody tearing the bed sheets. And you look down, and this red jacket that you bought him rips right down the back. And underneath, it looks like his spine is starting to come out through his skin as grayish black hair begins to grow over
Okay.
his entire back.
I think we just found the werewolf.
Schultz has the double barrel shotgun still in his hands. He places both barrels right between the eyes of this thing, and he pulls the trigger.
Okay. I'm going to move you guys around some here.
Well, since the crowd is no longer, or since the crowd has been dispersed, and I see HG coming up whistling innocently, Jeb's just going to go back inside.
Jeb, where are you at right there?
Yeah.
As I lock the tokens and we deal the card.
Jeb's itching to get into the action.
This would be a fun time to play that one card, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Wow.
Nice. It's a perfect time for it.
Someone's got a Joker, and so did HG. Wow.
Wow,
No
indeed.
shit. Timmons, you're standing outside. Okay, wait a second. Timmons playing a card right off the bat. Okay.
That's
No,
me.
that's not me.
It's Timmons'
Oh, Doc
turn.
Fong.
I'm playing the card.
Okay. Doc
You
Fong
need to give us all new adventure cards. I like this where we get to see it on video now.
Has Vin lost his shit yet on camera?
Well, he did just see the head desk because for a minute there I could only see the back of his scalp.
Oh, we've pissed Vin off tonight with that.
No, it was more of an exasperated sigh.
All right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. Somebody roll me a d6. No, Doc Fong, you roll it. You played it. You roll a d6. Two.
And
Okay.
we all get a new card and can play a new card also.
Okay.
You need
So-
to manually give it to us, though.
Let me go to the party sheet. No, let's see. I think I've got to open your.
If you have the party sheet, you can drag from the desktop little card
Mhm.
thing if you have it on.
To Doc,
There you go.
to Dr. Schultz, H.G. Williker, Jeb. And this guy, his entire body elongates. If he stood up, he'd be probably 7 foot tall at this point. And he rolls around and he looks at you, and you've got that shotgun pointing right at him. Timmons, you're out here on the porch, or you were towards the
Well,
porch
actually,
anyway.
when he heard the commotion, he stepped inside just to
Okay.
see what's going on. He's right inside the front door.
All right, so give me a notice roll at -2.
Yeah, he's kind of paying more attention to what's going on
The
outside.
crowd, yeah.
Yeah. -2 notice. Hey, still notice.
You hear a snarling and a growling, and you hear, "I told you, you should have let me go." And then you hear, "Wah."
And you know what? I'm going to play a card too.
Fuck you all. I'm playing a card too.
Fuck.
You know what,
Fuck you
motherfucker?
guys.
Guess what?
How's your combat running skills tonight, Mark?
I'm gonna play card too.
Technically, you can play 2 cards now.
So just make the mob a swarm. Just a swarm. It's just a swarm.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
they'll be
a
on our
swarm
side.
of townsfolk.
Yeah. It's easier to run.
Yeah,
The swarm go.
Yeah, but I don't know if there are any swarms in here.
There might be of like rats or insects, but I don't think
You
there's a
just-
swarm of people.
You just make them a swarm, you know.
Oh, there's a corpse swarm. A corpse worm swarm. The swarm. Yeah. All right. Angry mob is.
Mob of angry locals, about 2 per hero, join the fight. Whether they are friend or foe depends on the situation.
So how do you get about 2? They're like 1.5, 1 3/4.
I think it's basically saying you could do like 1 or 2 per hero.
Or if there's 6 heroes, you can do 10 because that's a nice round number.
Better than 6 or 12.
Yeah. So.
But with 6 players or 6 heroes, I could definitely understand just doing 1 per.
All right. But.
You're welcome, by the way, Marb.
Yeah. This keeps me on my toes, man. Keeps me on my toes.
You think that keeps you on your toes? Wait till you
No.
have to do a speech for the villain.
Now wait a second, Marv. You missed your chance to say you're a fucking moron.
Quit being a fucking idiot, Benno.
That's it. Fucking idiot. That's it.
Okay, so let's see. How are we gonna do this?
For the horde.
Do you think they're going to be friendly or not friendly?
I don't have a lot of room out front here, do I?
Not really.
Yeah.
The prisoners could break out.
They can come around back.
Or maybe the prisoners are the reinforcements.
I think with that werewolf inside, they're trying to break in, as in stay in their jail cells. They don't want to come out.
Timmons sticks his head out and says, "He's trying to escape out the back. Get him!"
So we will commence with our little combat here. Timmons, you're up front. What are you doing?
He's gonna go, "Oh shit, get in here!" And he's gonna run up here and kind of put his back against the wall. He's gonna swivel out his freaking shotgun, and he's gonna poke his head around at Dr. King Schultz. He said, "I got your back," and he's gonna go on hold with his shotgun. Right, I can do that, right?
Yes, you can go on hold with your shotgun. You certainly can.
He
With
did
your
move,
entire
though.
turn. Yeah, you did move. Okay. HG.
So I was walking up the street behind this twister. I'm not sure I have any idea there's anything going on inside, so I'm probably just strolling up. All proud of myself.
I imagine if Jeb and Timmons heard the ruckus from inside, that you probably would have as you were coming up.
I'd say my guy was up there when the combat started. I was actually like a block or two down the street, so I wasn't sure if I had made it.
Yeah, no, you were there. You hadn't left yet.
So do you have a plan for the reinforcements, Marb?
We'll probably see it next round.
I just wanted to make sure he didn't forget about that.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten about that.
Can you put like
this gonna
18
be-
more things on the
This gonna be
comment track?
fun. This gonna be real fun.
In which case, I guess I'll go in here and cast quickness.
All right, so you make your way back inside.
I'm gonna personally stand right at the door, looking out at the mob, and try to handle it from both sides.
Okay, you're looking at the mob.
I'll try to keep
Quickness.
an eye, that way I can keep everybody separated, kind of thing. Control the choke point.
Okay, well that's a success on quickness. You did not get a raise, but that's all right. You do get your unpenalized dual action.
I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I don't want to blow anybody up yet.
Yet.
Well, actually, I'll use for my second action. I'll use my summon ally to create a clone of me.
Your clone is loud and child.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad has not known the joys of fatherhood. So if any of you out there want to help him out, feel free.
This is
I'm gonna
Dateland.
play a card on Eddie.
Okay. He's playing villainous verbosity, apparently.
Play to make an opposing wildcard lose his next action by gloating or talking about his master plan.
Okay. All right. So you see this thing just push himself with his arms straight up, and he looks down at all of you guys, and he goes, "You should have let me out of here when I fucking told you to, you stupid insolent son of a bitches. Now I'm gonna fucking kill every one of you.
Not this turn, you won't.
Look upon my greatness, you bastards."
Is he naked?
And we got to have some fucking battle music going here. Where's my soundboard? There's my soundboard.
I mean, are his wolf nargs hanging out? I mean, what are we looking at here?
You're looking at a 7-foot tall wolf standing up on his hind feet, speaking, and reaching toward you like he's gonna fucking kill you. And that's all he's
See?
gonna do right
Told
now
you they were
because that.
werewolves.
So
Does
he's
this also mean you have your sound off?
what?
Fair enough.
I might have. Let's see.
I still hear it.
There we go.
No, I hear the howling. I didn't hear the screaming.
Aw.
What happened? Somebody subscribe. Somebody Brad gifted it. Yes, I had it down, Brad, from where I faded the break music out. Sorry, buddy, but I appreciate it. Oh,
Totally ruins the fun.
Marv won that
so
time.
into the verbosity.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
the
you want to do it here?
had the master volume down. Gorgio. Oh, here we go with the bit war again for first place. Okay, so Eddie Griff.
Oh no, Jenkins gonna win.
I can't even see what's out there right now. I use Chatty. It didn't show me any of that shit. But that's all he's gonna do is tell you to bask in his shadow and gaze upon his greatness. Venno with 100 biddies. Thank you, bud. And Albert.
So is Albert able to hear Eddie Griff over
Give me
here?
a notice roll.
Running his suck. Okay.
Yeah, give me a notice. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, you're kind of digging through the drawers over here looking for the Marshall's whiskey because you know he's got some, and then you just look up and you see Doc Fong run out of the room and then run back in with Dr. Schultz, and then you hear this snarling and growling and oh shit, and then you hear this voice, I'm gonna fucking kill you all.
Well, Albert doesn't like hearing that, so he's going to come up here and show that cocksucker what's up.
All right.
And he's going to blast him.
That's a lot of wolf howls.
Yeah, it's what I had here. Let's see. Let's see what this one sounds like. There we go.
Take that, you alien cocksucker.
And let's see. So notice roll. That's a hit. Unharmed, and he's unharmed.
Bastard.
Uh-oh. Did you guys get a script error?
No.
Not.
Nope.
That was weird. Yeah, when I click the, apply for the damage or whatever. Dr. Schultz, this thing's towering over you.
This could be fun.
I'm gonna play a card. Desperate times, and
Measures.
I would like to draw the villainous verbosity from the discard pile
For next round.
for next round. Yeah.
Okay.
Not a bad plan.
Told you I was gonna play a card tonight.
You played a card.
You can play
Fantastic.
an extra one because of the reinforcements.
And I have this double barrel shotgun pointed at this dude. I'm going to level it right on his chest and pull the trigger. I'm going to do it twice. So first one, what is it? Modifier is -1.
Just hit the
Minus two.
two action button down there at the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So double barrel shotgun, but you're going to squeeze them individually. Boom, boom.
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently. I squeeze them. Yeah.
And the first one is a miss. He's
Wow.
Shouldn't he get
yeah.
+2 for a shotgun?
Multi-action.
Yes, it's
It's close range, yeah,
Yeah.
it should.
+2,
But-
yeah.
But he's got to beat a parry of 9. He's in
Oh,
close
okay.
range.
Oh, that's true. He's in close range.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Second one, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah.
Boom. That's a hit with a raise. Damn. And you see this the first shot, he swipes your gun like this with his hand, and then you swing the gun back around and shoot, and it catches him right underneath the arm and the side right here, and he howls real loud, and he's got his arm up, and you can see blood kind of splatter out of there.
One second. Doesn't shotgun damage at close range do like +4?
well, he didn't do both barrels at the same time. He did one barrel
Oh,
and then the next barrel.
Right.
That's the
Okay.
difference.
Frankly, I didn't know you could do it at the same time.
Yeah, if you use 2 barrels, you get a +4 to damage.
Oh, see, I had no idea.
And you
Well,
see
next
that
time.
you see that he is shaken.
Ooh.
He's not just wounded? Or is he wounded and shaken?
You're not even in there, Marshall Dixon.
Law, don't
We
go
get-
around here,
law,
law dog.
law dog, don't go around here. But we're coming to you.
And after this, Dr. King Schultz is going to back his ass out of this room.
Okay, I got to decide whether or not. Now, see, he loses his next action, but does that include
But
a
he's
reaction?
shaking.
Yeah, he is shaking. He is shaking.
But
Well,
he's shaking,
you-
so it
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No
Shaking.
reactions.
No reaction. So you're like, get the fuck out of Dodge. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge.
And with that, Timmons is going to interrupt.
Okay.
Interrupt again?
Right click your the hold
Oh,
card.
there it is. Got it.
Also, are these windows
And,
open?
There's a hole
Yeah.
in one.
Well, the bottoms
rock.
of them are raised. Yeah, so like, there are 2 pane windows and the bottoms are raised, but there's a rock that went through the top pane of this one right here.
Is reloading your gun a bonus action or action on its own?
Depends on if you got the.
I think it's
It's
no,
an
wait, that's
action
hard.
unless you have an
Yeah.
edge that makes it something else.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a quick load one that makes it free,
Yeah, I think.
or once a turn free.
Yeah. There's an edge or something that gives you some bonuses to that.
There's
Oh,
also
okay.
a quick load cylinder for 6 shooters. That's just
Wait, Tim.
equivalent to what?
I was just taking my turn.
All right, Timmons.
Timmons is swiveling around with that shotgun, and he's going to fire a blast off. Actually, he's going to do both triggers too, like Dr. Schultz did. As he sees Dr. Schultz walk by, both barrels are smoking. Timmons swivels around, does the same thing.
Boom. But do you pull them at the same individually?
Yes, I am going to only get one crack at this. So there the shot is. Boom!
So hit
Ooh.
with it right.
Gosh, good.
And here the damage is kabalooey.
Oh,
Groovy.
I'm gonna play Bullseye.
oh shit!
Groovy.
7 wounds.
You're gonna play what?
Bullseye.
More
Bullseye
than-
to deal the damage of a ranged attack. I don't have to be the one making it.
Oh, the 72 damage.
Double the damage.
Anyone? No, it's too bad you don't have the draw discarded card one, and then you pick that up and play it again.
Nah, it's really sad if there's another fucking werewolf.
That makes that
Outside of-
72 damage.
Yeah, there's no way he's soaking.
That's 16 wounds.
You gonna use all your chips to try to soak that, Marshall?
So, no, I'm not gonna use all my chips to try to soak that.
So do you want me to explain how Timmons does it?
Yeah, paint a picture.
All right, so he swivels around and both barrels go off at the same time, and they shoot the rafter out up in the ceiling, and the whole backside of the roof just collapses and falls down onto the werewolf, doing 72 points of damage.
Wow, that's worse. than
Brand
the-
new
the-
building. Brand new
Dr.
building. Just
Ang.
blew the fuck-
There it goes. He looks
And
up,
then he looks down at the shotgun and
looks
goes,
up and goes,
"Shit."
"Oh,
What happened?
oh my! That is quite the shot."
I think I killed him.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Doc Fong is just
Doc
kind
Fong,
of
you okay? Smoke and dusted. He's barely outside of the damage.
Jeb, I think they may have broken your new house.
That was his interrupt. It's Jeff's turn.
Jeb,
Marshall, he's in there. Go arrest him. Yes, go on.
need to look at my
I still think he should spend his next turn doing some verbosity.
his death moan. I told you I was gonna kill you.
Timmons looks at Jeb when he comes in. Jeb's like furious. You can tell. He says, I'm
No,
putting
I'm
it on
not
the docket.
furious.
Now you've
I'm
been.
putting it on the docket.
Jeb is not furious. He's just like, What the hell
Give me a
happened?
notice roll at -4 because you've been dealing with this mob outside, and all you heard was a bunch of scuffling and shots going off inside the marshal's office. Yeah. So you don't know what the fuck's going on in here, but you see like plaster and shit, dust, kind of rolling out of your night watchman's bedroom. Or your
Doc
bedroom, or
Fong's in there
whoever.
with his 2 revolvers, like,
Well, he did come up and ask Timmons what the hell happened.
I'm envisioning Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation when his uncle burns the tree down. He's like, what have you done to my house? What have you done to my room?
What have you done to my tree?
in this case, is what have you done to my dog Fong?
And it says, I'm putting it on the docket. Don't worry, Jim. It's going on the docket.
Doc Fong,
Hey,
give me an
whatever.
agility roll or athletics.
Doc Fong might be dead. What the hell?
Timmons looks in. Doc, you in there?
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
2 6s and 2
Double
1s.
7.
Yeah,
He
you
like jumped under the desk.
yeah, you crawl inside the wardrobe right here. You just kind of open the door and step inside.
Gets in a drawer and he slams it shut.
So Doc's
But
inside
I
the
have
wardrobe
my one of the revolvers still sticking out just in case.
just in case. All right, Jim,
No,
what are you gonna do?
That wardrobe locks when you close it. You notice that it's the rifle cabinet. Well, do I see the beastie in there under
No.
the rubble?
With
No.
0, you don't see it, man.
No, all you see is just dust rolling out of your bedroom. You're not even sure what the hell happened in there. You just know that Timmons turns around, looks at you with a big smile on his face, and he's holding his shotgun. Smoke's coming out of both barrels.
Timmons, you are a one-man demolition team.
It's on,
You smell-
it's on the docket. It's
We
on-
talking about? I'm the one who did that.
his
You
weak-
smell the unmistakable smell of gunpowder.
And Giorgio, I'm sorry, did you want me to pull your cam up? I didn't even think about that when you came in tonight, but it's only 30 minutes left of the stream tonight.
Yeah, I have extra medicine out tonight.
Oh, extra medicine on. He's got cold cream on his face.
Yeah, we'll say that.
He's sitting there naked in front of the fan. All right.
This is why you should wear sun protector or sunscreen of some sort.
I'm
Anything-
not burned. I'm not burned.
Are you gonna do anything, Jeb?
Well, not knowing what's going on, I'm just gonna go on hold for now.
Okay, Doc Fong.
He's gonna step onto the rubble, stick his head out in the door.
I see it. He's alive. Thought I
I
killed
think you got
too.
him.
Yeah, that was my
Marshal.
whole plan.
Marshal, our prisoner seemed to have turned into a monster, but Timmons exploded the monster and most of your room. Mary, you
Well.
better put that on the docket.
Laud. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he already did.
Ah, good, because it's going to be very difficult to sleep in here. Although you do have a very good view of the moon.
I've always wanted a skylight.
Is it full?
It was recently.
We all look out the hole in the roof.
Can we see the moon from the
Can you see
current
the
hole?
moon?
See, told you, werewolf.
So you look outside, and it is 9 o'clock, and the moon is starting to rise out there. He told you you needed to let him out of there. He tried. He tried to save you guys. Anything else, Doc? What are you doing?
I think we're fine.
Oh, I'm going to point both of my guns at the corpse just in case.
You can't see it. The roof is on top of it.
Well,
Like the,
I know I'm
the
going to point it
boards
at the rubble
at the
in
rubble.
case the
Okay.
rubble moves.
Okay, you're pointing your gun at the rubble.
If
Okay.
the rubble stands up, I'm going to shoot it.
Gotcha. All right. So, Jeb, you are on hold.
Apparently, the angry mob is back.
The angry mob, you haven't dealt with them yet.
Well, I was saying out of character. I'm just
This is-
interrupting so I get new initiative next turn.
This is like 80s Total Recall music. Just gonna say.
All
For
right.
some reason, I can
So,
barely hear it.
Are they in Mars down in the Johnny car? Is that?
I think they're already on Mars at this point. The Johnny Cab has already taken place.
Quasimodo.
This would be after he's met Quang or whatever his name is, the little dude in the guy's belly.
Quasimodo guy, yeah.
okay. So Hardy runs. We'll take him out of the picture for right now because I don't have him in. Well, I can put him in a combat tracker, but you say he runs, huh? We'll let him run off this way. Use all of his. Well, what you tell me which way he's going.
Which way is the mob coming? More from the west or more from the east?
They're all out here in front of you right now, so from the south. But I mean, this is out of town that way. If he wanted to run back to the middle of town and probably where his rooms are and stuff, he'd go that way.
I think he's going to run towards town.
Okay.
And if anyone asks later, he said he's going to go get reinforcements.
So we'll just say he boogies on over that way.
Thanks to patent medication he brought with him from Philadelphia. Look at the great speed he has in running away.
It's all those Philly cheesesteaks.
Philly cheesesteak, yeah. Keeps him packed up. He doesn't have to worry
It
about
is
shit
mostly
down his
protein,
legs when he's
bro.
running. All right. So we start the next. And cards would have been. And we start with Dr. King Schultz.
He's gonna reload his double barrel,
Okay.
and that's gonna be his. He'll move over in this corner, so he's facing the front, and that's gonna be his turn.
Back to the wall and facing the front of the building with the angry mob, huh?
Right. Or do you want me to do a notice roll to see if I realize the mob is out there?
No, you knew the mob was out there. Hell, you can hear them. They're hollering just as loud as. Of course, probably not with your ears ringing like they are from these shotguns going on. Not as loud as they normally would, but. All right, Albert.
Hey, Gorgio, did you lose connection?
Anyone hear bells?
Yeah, what's with the
Yeah.
bells?
Do we
Sounds
have
like
bells
an
in
angry-
tradition?
Kind of sounds like an angry mob that
Yeah.
might
We had,
be hitting pots and pans or something. I don't know.
We'll put different fight music on.
gonna take the bells off the docket. Maybe we lost Gorgio.
We might have, so let's put him on hold. Go to Jeb Hex.
All right, so I hear the.
You're gonna kill all your prisoners there? Large blast him.
I think he was just sizing it up.
Get prepared.
I'm assuming I hear the new mob starting outside now.
Yep. Well, no, if this is the same mob you were dealing with earlier.
Right, they just have returned.
Well, they hadn't all left. Some of them left. There was about 20 of them out there. What you can see right here up around you, there's more behind them out there.
All right. Well,
But these are swarms, so each one of these people represents probably 4 people.
I got you. Before you move me, somebody did say that Eddie Griff was dead, right?
It sure looked like it.
As far as we know, he's dead. So Jeb's going to walk out towards the door, towards the angry mob, and hold up his hands. It's like, people of Perdition, I have an announcement. Due to an escape attempt, we were forced to shoot our prisoner Eddie Griff. So he is now dead.
And they kind of grumble at each
the
other.
corpse anyway.
They kind of look at each other. Give me a persuasion roll. Bring him out here, Marshall.
I'm going to red chip that. So yes, go ahead and grab a Benny for it.
I want to say that Jeb Hexman started to sound just like Captain Kirk from season 1 for a moment there.
Sorry, I had to kind of choose my words as I went. I didn't have anything planned to say at first.
You see, we had to.
He had to shoot.
It wasn't intentional.
And now Eddie Griff is dead.
And that's how the corpse happened.
And that's
Violated the
how
directive, but
the corpse
he
happened.
had to.
That's a successful. That would be a 5. That's a successful persuasion roll against a mob. So, just roll me a d6. Well, you managed to convince these others not to be so pissed off. Let's see.
Yeah, I would also probably explain that during the fight, some ceiling collapsed on him suddenly, which seems to be his death.
Well, they've chilled
So-
out some, but they still
It will
demand
take a
it.
while.
They still demand that you present the body for display.
Hang the corpse anyway.
We will. It will be at the Undertaker's first thing in the morning.
They kind of all look at each other and well, if you say so, Marshal. We'll take your word for it. We expect to see him on display tomorrow. Rotten, no good son of a bitch. We don't need people like that in our town. We're madder than hell.
You're the son of a bitch.
Glad the cocksucker's dead.
You're the son of a bitch.
So yeah, that's pretty much my turn.
Dog
Oh,
Fang
good. We got rid of the mob.
cut his
Crawl
nuts
out
off.
this window.
I hear they're good for, little blue pills.
Can I crawl out the window?
Can you crawl out the window?
Barred? I can't imagine them barred.
No, they're not barred. This room is barred, and this back door is got big oak door with steel banding on it. There's no windows in this portion, and these are like freestanding open jail cells in the middle of the room. But these windows in here aren't barred.
Do you want me to do athletics?
Or if there are windows in there, they're probably not small enough to crawl through, but enough to let some light.
Yeah, give me an athletics roll to see if you succeed. I'll let you use your entire movement. You don't, so I'll say you can get just outside the window right there.
I think I kind of fall at the end.
Yeah, what the hell are you crawling out the window for?
Your pants get caught on a nail.
Give me a notice
Worried.
roll.
Yep, there's a pile of poop out there. You notice it. Manure.
Is it
Are you
peanut
sure?
butter flavored?
Are you sure it's horse manure and not
What?
monkey poop?
Do I notice something?
Oh, Gorgio's back. He said something.
Is he back? Hey, Giorgio? You're on hold. Would you like to go?
I think
Next.
I kind of missed on what happened.
Okay.
I know there was an angry mob and
Yep.
someone dispersed them.
There was an angry mob, and Jeb managed to come outside, and he told them that they had to kill the prisoner because of some unfortunate accident or something. And the mob kind of bought his bullshit and said they demand to see the body displayed tomorrow at the Undertaker's, and then they kind of walked off.
Yeah, at this point, Jeb's just hoping that the body is actually dead and has reverted back to a human, if it was a monster, like they said. Otherwise, they're going to have even more questions, and it's going to get messy.
Yeah, I think I will just hang out for right now. Gun held at pointed at Eddie Griff just in case he like stirs or whatnot.
Pointing at the well, you can see part of his body under there, with underneath all these boards and plaster and shit that fell off the ceiling.
Yeah, now that the dust is kind of settled, we probably see like a foot or a hand or something.
Doc,
Yeah, if he starts to stir, I'll unload on him.
Doc Fong, well, here, I'll do it. We'll put prone on you real quick while you're out there on your face in the whatever you went out the window for. I don't know. Timmons, Jeb, is that a move for you?
Oh, I thought we were out of combat, so I was going to move back into the room and start picking up the rubble to get to the corpse.
We're still in combat order.
Okay.
Timmons is just gonna move out front and look out the window, see what's going on.
You look and you can see the mob walking away. We mean it, Marshal. We want to see his body tomorrow.
I'm a man of my word.
We want that cocksucker held high.
Timmons looked through the window at the marshal and said, "That's gonna be pretty ugly."
Play it, I'm just a deputy.
Hey, Griff? He's bleeding out?
Well, I suppose we don't know this.
Nah, you wouldn't know that. I wonder if there's a way you can hide some of that shit in the combat tracker or the chat.
Well, I know there's a way to make all DM rolls hidden, but that's annoying.
Is it? Yeah.
Because
I may go
things
to that
like
though.
attack rolls, it's like things like attack rolls, I feel should be seen by everybody.
Well, you can set to which roles you want to be hidden. Just select
I don't
all
think
or
so.
yeah, in
I think
5e
there's an
that you can.
extension. I think that's an extension. It's the local dice tower extension.
Yeah, that's the extension.
Doc Fong,
Oh.
as you're laying face down, you see two very large paws step up in front of you.
Hello. Marshall.
Let's see.
Son of a bitch.
Can I do a notice roll to see if I hear Doc Fong calling for me?
He's going to take 2 actions.
It's not your turn, Van.
I know, but it's notice rolls kind of like, do I hear it?
That's a hit with a rage. And he rakes his claws down at you. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
They just keep raking.
Cutie.
Oh, wow.
And he slaps you to the side. Like he knocks the fuck out of
Oh.
you, and you land over here.
I think I better try that again.
I agree.
Ooh.
That's better. Not great, but better.
Well, 2 is better than 0.
And I'm going to apply that wound to you then, if you're happy with that. And he's going to continue moving forward, and he breaks the rest of that window out and starts to climb through it. So I'm going to put him about half in this window right here. And now you guys can roll notice rolls. Dr. Schultz and Albert. You guys both hear a snarling and a growling, and then you hear what sounds like Doc Fong say something in Chinese. Oh shit! Something like that, and then
Shit!
then you hear glass break and shit back in that back room.
Oh shit! Hi, cocksucker.
Albert, target that werewolf 55 for me. Let's see if you can see him or not.
Not really. I wouldn't
Yeah, I
say
don't
it.
think.
So I had positioned myself basically behind that door frame so I can just like poop and hop out.
But I'm sure you definitely heard the window breaking from that direction.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and funny story that you making fun of Doc Fong. One of my classes has a Chinese guy, and I got him to say cocksucker, and he actually said cocksucker. He actually said it the right way.
Cocksucker.
Oh, you're American cocksucker.
I can't believe you did that, Gorgio. It's terrible.
I do. I do.
What are you doing out
I
there,
believe it.
Caesar? Okay, where are we at? We are Werewolf 55. You can't see him. So you guys just know there's shit going on. And then, Albert, you see the window shatter back here, and another one crawls in. And I'm going to make him do a... not a problem. He gets inside here, but that uses all of his movement because he came from 2 squares back. So, I put him on a square though. He should have been. Come on, right in your face, and he swipes at you with a claw. Did I target you?
He will not. He will not hit me with the claw.
Okay, what are we doing?
As I'm going to play this card. And he will actually hit King Schultz instead with that card.
So
You could have him hit himself, but no, just hit the other guy.
you step back. You step back out of the way, and he runs through the door and swipes at you. And then he turns around and sees King Schultz in the corner. So he jogs. He gets to right there. All right. Let's see. You know, that doesn't. I can't, because his movement speed was used up to here. He couldn't come any farther forward. So we'll say that he knocks your hat off the top of your head, and the hat hits Schultz right in the face as he's trying to load his shotgun.
Oof.
You're not sure what the hell's going on, Schultz. You look up and you see Albert's got no hat on. His hat hits you in the face. You're getting your gun loaded. H.
Did I know they're back there yet, then?
Give me a notice roll.
I'm so very talented at these.
You turn around and you can see this.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see his head because it's down behind the header of the door, because this thing's like 7 foot tall. But you can see this hairy body and claws, and it looks like it. You saw the whole thing. It slapped his hat right off of Albert's head.
Let's say I wouldn't be able. Would I be able to get up to shoot into the door here?
Would you what?
Would I be able to fire something into that door?
Yeah, but I'd give you a -2 at it unless you got an edge or something that allows you to ignore that. And if you get any critical fails or anything, you might hit Albert, of course.
Well, I can walk right up to the door here and literally just like toss grenades in.
There you go.
So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna my simulacrum acts on the same action. I'm assuming.
Okay,
I'm gonna have
where's
him
he at?
come up next to me.
All right,
Put in
what
a
is
token
it?
for him, but he
Yeah,
was standing right next to me.
that will have to work.
I'm gonna go ahead and have him roll weird science to cast quickness on himself.
Who,
how do I
Williker?
do this? What's up?
Willikers, you're going to cast quickness on Willikers again?
No, the simulacrum is gonna cast quickness on himself.
Oh, okay.
He has all the powers and the number of power points I had when I created him.
Okay, and how many power points did you use up already? What do you got? You got a total of
For the
20?
simulacrum power, I used up 5 and 6. There, I have, as a mad scientist, you get separate ones for each power.
Oh, got it. That's
So I have so
cool.
many points for blast, and then I have half as many for each of them because I
That's
have
really
alchemy.
cool.
You
Yeah.
can pre-prepare the potions.
Yeah.
And I can hand those out. It means you have to like buy them. That's why you only start with like 1 power as a. mad
Okay,
scientist.
so roll his quickness cast.
So I gotta do mine. He gets a D8, but he would get a wild die too. So I'm just gonna just
Change yours to
alter
a
the
D8
skill
real quick. Yep.
It's not. How do I do that?
Is
Just
he
take
on your,
arcane, makes it a D10.
need to make an ally for you.
Yeah, it would probably be
That'd
that.
help a lot. Make a note of that, Marbanya, you dumbass.
But this is the first chance I've had to really use him. Alright, that doesn't want to do that. So I'm just gonna change my weird science to an 8 there.
There you go. Well, it's a,
So he's
it's a
gonna get
success.
quickness. It's right there. 2 for me and 1 for him. So I'll do his first since he's a D8, and then
And what are you guys doing? Throwing blasts in there?
yeah, 3 of them.
All right.
I'm gonna jack them all up to D6s and
Spend the extra points.
might as well because he's gonna turn back and lose them anyway.
Whoa.
So he's gonna get it with a raise.
Okay. You can't target him with that, can you?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Because
No,
that's
I
just.
didn't have the
Yeah, that's why I need to make
ally under
a.
control at the time.
I need to make you an ally because that'll simplify all this stuff.
So I'll just target him as based on me for the moment with the
Okay.
D8.
All right, so go ahead and roll it. Now that you got them all targeted. Yeah, that's even better, ain't it? All right. Oh shit.
Shit.
Oh, wow. He did.
With the capital DED.
All right, I'll apply that. I'll apply that. I'll apply that. Back of the jail is on fire. What the hell?
Fire, a freaking atomic bomb just went off.
Holy shit. Lit my
Well,
They
cigars.
only all take another 5 wounds, or is the 2 dead because it didn't hit them for some reason? No, I gotta roll it separate.
Yeah, I think you got to
Yeah,
roll
Well, because the
separate.
first, I'd say the first one it did it like it was normal. No, it did. Yeah.
I think it's because you had them targeted and
Oh,
you did
gotcha. Weird.
the roll. Still, shit. Werewolves go boom.
So Doc Fong is laying there stunned, looking at this half part of the building just combust, and he goes, "Yep, must be HG."
I mean, just boom, 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 boom back here.
Yeah,
So-
and you hear Jeb yelling something about HG and him telling him about what he told him about fire.
So,
You-
Marshall, are you're saying werewolves go awoo?
So I didn't do the continual
Ooh.
damage, so technically I don't start a fire. I just blow everything up real quick.
Well, I'm
Do
sure
that,
stuff.
like, pop.
I'm sure
Oh,
stuff
there's
still.
shit. There's
catches
shit
some on
smoking
fire.
in there.
Into-
Aren't you supposed to do like a D6 roll to
But
see if
I
it
could do.
catches
I
on
could
fire?
add like a point and do continual damage, where I literally just like napalm the room.
I love
Yeah,
the
well, I
smell of
mean,
napalm in the
there's
morning.
wood, but there's still wood and whatnot in here. It's still likely to catch fire.
I don't know. I'm sure all your stuff is pretty well blown up, though.
We know your
Yeah.
wall. We know your walls are wet, Ben, where you constantly jerking off at night.
Oh my god.
He
Well,
hasn't
the-
even
the
spent
two
the
bottles-
night in
Oh god.
The 2 bottles of whiskey he had in the nightstand are probably gone.
What?
Motherfucker.
The nightstand's probably gone.
that is definitely gone. Yeah.
Not the whiskey.
All right,
Yeah,
HG.
it was-
Is that the end of all
was a-
your bombing?
That's my turn.
Well, that's the top of the hour, folks. We're going to end it right there, but we are not out of combat yet. So what I'm going to
Right
do
Are
is...
these things dead or are they still alive?
Oh, you're not sure. That one's buried.
Eddie Griff just died from blood loss.
Yeah, and he also just drew a Joker.
It didn't help him. Though.
Well, let's say blood loss and
You know,
40 something wounds altogether.
we don't know. Werewolves may be able to regenerate.
Oh,
And-
this-
He's a werewolf hollowed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just
Oh,
drew. He
God.
just drew a Joker, dude.
Oh.
We're leaving this at the top right here, gang. I'd love it. I love it.
Oh.
You bet. Absolutely love it. Drake, you see anybody out there streaming?
I didn't look.
Let's see if
Praetors.
Praetors is on. Lord Gazumba,
Diesel shot.
Jigo's not streaming tonight. Wow.
he may have already finished.
Usually not. I hope he's not sick.
We know Vino has.
Yeah, so we will. Let me jump over here and.
And what does that mean, Engorgio?
Hey, Benno,
You know you already finished.
just imagine what would happen if HG and Thalia had children.
Oh, good
The
God.
destructive power.
We're raiding Praetors. Hey, you guys come and see us tomorrow night, right back here for Curse of Strahd with DM Venerick, the
We're
guy,
gonna kill Strahd finally.
the guy
No, you're
right
not.
there,
Planning on
right
it.
there, Jeb Hexman, DM Venerick. We're gonna try if the chicken shit stops running away from us. Chicken shit. Saturday night on
Or
Rob
is he a
Toohey's stream.
bloodsucker?
On Rod Toohey's stream Saturday night, Drake is doing session 0 character creation for Icewind Dale. What's it called? The Rime
Rime
of the
of the Frostmaiden.
Rime of the
Rime of the-
Frost Maiden. Clyde bitches.
Fun time.
Clyde is not here right now. Clyde did not make an appearance tonight. So nobody gets
He's
the monkey shit.
He's still
In the
wandering the
crowd.
multiverse. He's still wandering the multiverse.
He was in one of the angry mob crowd.
Let's see. Drake. There's Drake Takes Stuff. You get all about him there. Jenkin ain't here. That's not right. And
Oh, by the way.
Yep.
Ben, tell the group the portrait I'm going to use for Starfinder.
Oh,
I sent you the thing in your PM.
we're raiding.
when?
Say
Your
bye,
favorite
everybody.
character?
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
it
no, I'm not doing that. I'm
Everyone-
not allowed that.
Tell them who it is.
So
Or
It,
what
it
it is.
will